Well, there he is, everyone's sweetheart, Mr. Ash Mufareh, joining us from Boston, I assume, on Valentine's Day. Is it as chilly there as it is here in Amherst?
My heart froze here, so I'm stuck here. Hello, Susie and everyone. Hope you're having an amazing Monday, and good to have you back, Charles Osan.
Yes, I am glad to be back. This is where I belong.
I have to tell you, America's not the same when you were gone.
Oh my goodness, I feel flattered right now.
I'll be telling you about Julie and Susie when we have a chat. They did a mess. But we managed it, so we're all here. I'm happy to see all the great leaders here. Mari Di Garmo's quiet, unusually. I hope you're good. I see that Red is in the air, probably not here. And Neeraj, Michael Williams. So what's happening with Anthony? Key, good to see you, brother, and Steve. Eugene. I think that's all what I see on the panelists. Matthias. Tell me, is it I kind of heard it's a new idea or feedback for Academy?
Yes, it was, who was it that was just on Steve?
Anthony, I think he went
Anthony.
Back,
yeah, so
talking about having a library.
Library, okay, yeah. Well, it's not the traditional name. Yeah, it is there. So, but everybody would have their own.
Yeah. So you're saying
if a student,
you mean, yeah, but we're talking more advanced. We're talking about not like just textbooks. So we're talking about audios, videos, all formats, posters, booklets, PDFs, Excel sheets, any sort of document will be there.
The feedback I got asked is people loved what you had to say, for sure.
You mean now or?
Well,
yesterday.
Yeah, the last 30 seconds. No, I'm just kidding.
I see.
No. I'm talking about Academy.
In general, yeah, Academy. Yeah, well, you know, it's one of the products that I'm passionate about because I always say, I have a very high thirst for knowledge constantly. I love learning new stuff, and I will die learning. I'm on a mission. Different areas, but I'm not thrilled about the current educational system. Some countries, they have a better system. They're doing it, more intelligently, but I'm not thrilled about what we're stuffing in our kids' heads, and until we die, it's all on the wrong track. We could do better in the time and the energy, especially now we have technologies and we have Academy and we have a better heart of practicing the business aspect of it. Most of what we see, it all goes about the business. It all goes about profitability. So how could it be genuine education and learning if the core or the heart of it is the dollar sign or the money or any currency? How would it be even attractive? So we're making a correction to that, an enhancement, and again, we're not against anyone that is providing a good value. I would be an advocate always, but we have a different approach. We encourage everybody to stay in their lane. We just created a very, very radical and intelligent, ethical lane. So what do we have today beside Academy? Yeah, it's a broad topic, and I'm passionate about it, and I know we are gonna make a mark just like everything else. If we do it all the way.
What's that on your background you got going behind you?
It's a teaser.
Yeah, I thought so. Do tell.
Yeah. Well, something about O dashboard.
Oh, dashboard.
Oh, dashboard. Oh, lovely.
Oh, statistics.
Oh, stat.
We have so many things.
Ash, I got a question about Academy.
Key, hit it. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, you too. Will there be a section like a files or library? Like, let's say, you know, I have students sometimes that round with me at the hospital, and I'm educating them how to look at lab values, how to adjust mechanical ventilation to manipulate the arterial blood gas. So let's say if I wanted to do a lecture on the education of mechanical ventilation, even for doctors, because doctors, they don't spend as much time as we do. If I did a video on that and said, you know, basics of mechanical ventilation / manipulation of arterial blood gases, and do a lecture, record it, file it in O Academy, and then I could post it on like a respiratory care ward in Facebook. Hey, if you need to understand basic mechanical ventilation, go to OnPassive Academy and give the title, and somebody could search and find that.
Even better. Yeah. So I think, you know, simplicity is something I really work hard on. So you are able to create a course, okay, whether on demand or live, or a combination, right? So now within the course, there is a progress bar, right? So let's say by days or the time lap, now you'll be able actually to set what's on day 1 or class 1, class 5, and so forth. And there would be an assessment, whether, you know, just by pass and reading on their own, or you would have to approve it. Yeah, they read, they passed, they succeeded. So depending on the nature of the program, if it's certified or just, you know, you have attended, and we approve that you have successfully attended. Now, there will be a way when you're done with something, it's literally like a book. So it will be, we call it a folder, okay? So the slided folder, you're not gonna think the typical folder now, like the image. So it will be sliding, okay? So let's say class 1, I'm done with it, it will slide. So now when next time I go by AI, it knows I'm in class 2. And then that would be, once I'm done, checkbox, whatever you choose, way of approval, then class B. And so, and then it will show a progress bar, you know, 20%, 30%, okay?
Yeah.
And you reach that. And each day, like I just said, you'll have, it's a dump folder where you have different, what do you call it? Different type of formats, you know, so there will be like images, there will be PDF. So any format you have, Excel sheets, handout, all of that, you'll be able to archive it and prepare it. And what's good about that is you do it once, but it's in a much more organized way. If you're talking about Facebook and all the random, you know, yeah, it's been okay, but why don't we have it in a cleaner way, where first of all, you're able to assign access, and it will be evergreen. You come back after a year, you want to update a specific file. But whether it's a video, audio, it's a recent lecture, you want to add it, another file, you'll be able to add unlimited material to that folder of that day and arrange increments in intermittent days or classes infinitely. So I mean, there's no limit for what we can do. But that part is already a part of the production, so it's not necessarily something that we would have to redesign or anything. So it's already in the working process.
Well, if a student say they went to Google or any search engine and typed in basic class, mechanical ventilation, arterial blood gas class, something to that effect, will that course in Academy show up through a Google search engine?
It's up to you if you want to publish that course, let's say keywendell.com / whatever the course name is, okay? And if you want to promote it publicly so they are able to log in to follow you through the O dashboard, okay? And then they would have access to be a student. So it's up to you where you want to publish it, or internally. I kind of like giggle a little bit when some of us still saying about Facebook and all of that. Listen, we're going to be the crowd. So there's where you want to advertise, okay? And it's all irrelevant. You want targeted AI specific audience. You want OnPassive, okay? Nobody is going to give you the tools and the reporting capacity like what we give you, and the integration, the level of different features and uses. So think of it this way. You're inside, okay? And most of us, for the first time now, they're thinking of monetizing Academy. Like I said, anybody can teach me something. Anyone can teach me something. Even if it's a stupid thing, I can learn a lesson from it, right? So there's no knowledge, right? Even out of nothing, you could learn something, all right? Except how you package it. That's a difference. And if anyone is a professional, most of us are, and whatever your experience is, even if it's personal, even if it's a thought, like Red, for example, he has a recipe for hamburger, okay? That is a mind, blower or boggling. Okay, so what chances this would be a world brand aside from Academy or OnPassive? He got a killer recipe. Any one of his circle got a chance to try it. Few people. They love it. They die for it. That's amazing. But unless you are in Academy, I'm just going to do this, give away this lesson. All right. Anybody want to hook up? Anybody want to impress or really interested in the food aspect or the palate or the flavor? Yeah. Okay. So Red goes and makes a couple of videos. So the ingredients on a PDF, that's easy. A couple of videos, say it's a 4-day class, all right?
Mm-hmm.
About 2-3 recipes, all right. I'm interested, why not? Got some passion for that, I'm gonna do it, especially if it's accessible. So why don't I go and attend his class? And I'm not gonna make it an astronomical thing. Very, very affordable. but the volume that will come with it, that's the game. Okay, that's the game changer with OnPassive. So now he would be able to give you a free recipe. Okay. Let's say we're 100 million customers. 1% of that 1 million would want to take that free class. Hey, but the other 2 or 3 classes are paid, just $100. All right, for Chef Red. I loved what I learned. Okay, and all he's going to spend is less than 10 hours on making up the whole program. And just do it once, okay? Add the materials and just move to Cancun, not just visit permanently. Now, did you do the math? $100, 1 million customers. How much is that? Sounds like 100 million or something.
Sounds like that to me.
Yeah. Now, imagine if he runs that once a month. Campaign, free, take it, or put the effort to create another course, 12 a year. Sounds like a billionaire to me. So what I said yesterday is what you get out of it is how the utilization of the products is like, it's open, okay? And don't worry, I will be interested to give those classes and those ideas because you could have so many resources, but unless you use them, they're a waste. So we want to make sure that we walk you through it, show you the way, especially for the first time. I'm going to play a little bigger game. What if I want to do it 1,000? I'm going to create a course. Hey, I don't have to even do the effort, but I'm lucky because I'm a founder. I'm with OnPassive from the beginning, and there are 100 million customers after me within my connection. Do you want me to take it to another level? So I go, let's say I'm interested in communications or leadership, management, business, finance. Those are hot topics, okay? You name it. What a typical class takes a few $1,000s, okay? Plus the travel and the limitation and the inconvenience. What if I offer it to people who already have the wallet? A fraction of that. I'm going to bring 2 experts of the highest living experts, okay, on the topic. So you want to talk about space, so I bring you Elon Musk and, I don't know who else, right? Mm-hmm. So get the top 2 or 3. What do you pay them for, let's say, an hour, 2-hour workshop? So I'm giving you an extreme example so you can understand it, right? That's probably not the case, but even presidents, you can get them with money, right? Any calculation, you bring 2 leaders that you're thrilled about or you think that they're acceptable or perceived nicely, and pay them. So I'm going to invest $100,000. You know what? I'm going to invest $1 million. How much value do you give? I'm investing $1 million. I'm insane, right? $1 million. Top notch experts of any topic, right? 2-3 hours workshop, 5 hours together, something, half a day. Okay? One of them I use it as a freebie, but if you want to hear so and so, like up it up. So let's say I would be the opening lead on the stage, and then I'll say, well, this is my part, but if you want to hear Michael Williams himself, it will be on the second class, and then Eugene on the third one, okay? Do you think I can charge $1,000 for that? Especially if it's a certified program. If it's by an academy or by any institution. So $1,000. What was the math? 1 million, I said, 1%. Okay. Well, what's the math? Where are we now? Billion. B. I can do that every month. So just one tiny niche of OnPassive, which is one single utility. Oh, my investment is $1 million, right? For the instructors. And that's exaggerated. That's really inflated, okay? I mean, aside from Gersminder or Chris Johnson, who would ask for $1 million? Those are the highest paid educators. One of you just got the joke. Okay.
What just popped into my head just now, Ash? Right?
Yeah.
I know people who
That's what I do. I activate brains. That's what I do.
I know people who spend $30,000 on a real estate course, right? Like $30,000, right? So can you imagine, like even something like that, being able to offer it way less than 30,000? You're gonna get that much more people coming. The possibilities are endless with the direction that you're going in right now.
And I was thinking, Ash, the
So
experience.
just a quick reminder, are we going to talk about Facebook now, or are we the real way of marketing?
The only reason I said Facebook, because
No, I'm not really coming back to that, but I'm just giving you, I want you to expand your way of thinking beyond what's available now is temporary.
right.
We get in the game, things are going to change. So that's where you want to think, okay?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hi.
Go ahead. No, Susie, come on. So what is wrong with you, man? Susie's going to talk. The ladies.
Hi,
Gersminder. I'm just missing.
Hi.
Yeah.
Just one quick comment about it.
Yeah.
The experience and the quality that the student is going to have. We haven't even talked about that. We're just talking about a course and
Most
getting it
dynamic,
out to the people.
most
right.
interactive.
Where people
Yes,
are going to say,
yes.
oh my goodness, this was such a pleasure.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like, and it was so well done, and you're right. I think it's
Especially if we do the metaverse. I mean, the virtual realities. Basically, I can take somebody's hand and walk them through it, or we can teach science and medicine and any physical learning. So it doesn't have to be art and just humanitarian or human studies. So it could be physical. If you know what virtual reality is? When they put those goggles and you could navigate through things, virtually, not even 3D, it's 7D or more. Okay, so now if we get to that stage where we didn't even touched it, I just have to, if we do that, and that is a part of Academy.
You were talking about Chris Johnson being an educator. He can teach us how to maintain cars on our own, right, Chris? Are you listening? He has 30-something years in the car industry.
He
He
can
is.
teach us something. Hey, we could, come on. I think, what if somebody can crack a joke or two? I will be the first student of comic and laughter.
Jay Leno did pretty well with it.
Mhm.
Exactly, exactly. So anyone has a talent or singing or teaching or, come on,
Or hula hooping.
you name it, you name it. Okay.
Flash,
Can
I'll
you
share.
imagine if you put up a class, okay, hula hooping, and $10, all right?
Yeah.
A fraction of something massive. You're happy? Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go to Gusmender. Talk to me.
Yes, Ash.
Where have you been? Been looking for you.
I'm
You
here
posted a poster
every
on a tree, wanted.
I'm here actually every Monday. I have never missed a question answer session from last 1 year or so. I'm here getting educated more and more. And yeah, I have one or two questions regarding Go Academy. First of all, do we will be having a dictionary in O Academy?
Dictionary.
Yeah.
We're not going to be the dictionary, but we have integration with Grammarly and other, available
Okay.
tools, but we are not the dictionary. Like translation, yeah.
Okay. And the second one is that like if a institution, a big institution comes that, okay, we have a number of set of courses with them and they want to put that into O Academy. So do we, are we planning a set of our technicians or our coders that they in-house design courses for them and put it into O Academy? Do we have going to give this type of services also?
I'm a little lost on that one. Can you say it differently, please, Gusmender, or anyone got it?
Yeah, for example, a institution.
Remember, I'm not that deep. You got to break it down for me, okay?
Okay, suppose a big institute comes to us and they say that, okay, I have these number of courses with us and they want to put that courses into our O Academy. And do we have a set of we want to give our services to design that courses and put it do for them into O
Oh,
Academy?
yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. So that's something we didn't even talk about.
Yeah.
The other aspects of whether O create, O dit, O capture. Yeah, of course. All the material, the equipments are there, the tools, of course. Yeah. You don't need anything from outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have a few of our founders who are already doing some education stuff on
Can
other.
you imagine also that institution, like, okay, they could also have the reseller aspect of it, okay? So yeah, let's say a typical program they're doing a big institution for $20,000, $60,000, 20,000, okay, 4 years or 2 years, whatever the program time. Now you can cut time because it can be on demand at your pace. You could speed up if you work 24 hours, 18 hours, or you want to pick up like 2 hours a month, or so it's up to you. So you could really be more efficient with time management, but also that if they're offering a class that is typically $20,000 and now they offer it for just $2,000, 10%. Now the possibility they would attract more students. Especially, I'm gonna give Gusmender a good 25% for every student you send, enroller.
Mhm.
Now you just opened it to the whole world, right? So it's a win-win-win situation, absolutely.
Okay, that's great. And when we go for a testing
So I'm
phase,
just saying the mechanics, which is, whether it's the O Wallet or O Mart or O Commerce, all those reusable features will enable you to go anywhere you want to take it, how far you want to take it, right? You want to make it a career full time? You want to play with it? Okay. For me, I will really be spending a lot of time on that. Okay, on taking those master classes, taking those areas of interest. Of course, why not?
That's great. And as while we are going for this testing phase of Academy, and because I have one founder, he's already having one of his he's a doctor actually, and he's having his course in one of the e-learning program. So he was asking that when in testing phase, can he like bring his course to Academy and test his course over there?
Absolutely, yeah. Welcome.
Okay, and that would be, I think,
Start
the
preparing
testing.
the course, yeah.
Okay, so the testing of Academy is only going for like it will be for founders only, or like outside
The
of founders
testing?
also? Yeah.
Yeah. Again, first eye, second eye, third eye.
So, so the third eye, what we like, what we understand of on my understanding.
If somebody
of
has connection with a founder, yeah, we'll give it to them.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely, like OSTAF. So it's being tested by outsiders now. So why are we talking about Academy today? Like you didn't realize what was?
No, there are so many
No,
questions.
I'm saying everyone.
The one of the most like I have received so many questions regarding you said that okay, within 90 days we'll be all set. So people are just curious about those 90 days. Actually, what's going to happen?
We're gonna sleep. We're gonna poop. We're gonna eat. The usual. Nothing's gonna happen.
Okay.
People are talking about it, Ash, because you just did the Podnar with Dr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ash.
Hey, brother. I don't like
Anyway.
it when you're quiet. You scare me. Yeah.
No, I was just thinking, the last few weeks I've been in a lot of webinars and people they look at things face value, right? Oh, it's okay, or it's this, it's that. They don't realize all the leverage you can use. Like we were on Julie and Milo, and there was the lady that sang the OnPassive songs. Beautiful voice. Now out in the world, it's so competitive you don't have a chance. But if she did a music thing and OnPassive, and people came, oh my God, and that's what we brought up. And they listen, when they were first asked, they didn't say anything. And then when you remind them of all these little things, they exploded. Right, Julie? It was amazing. It was amazing. Because people are not looking at the whole, you could use this for this, for this, for this, for this. And people go, oh my God. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's absolutely
I have to admit to you, listen, I'm not blaming anyone. It's really, I have a hard time to, like many times I'm concentrating on one area, then somehow the other one comes up. Oh, holy cow! We're just not even aware of that. So I get so many of those breakthroughs constantly. I don't have it all the time, all together. It's so big. It's like you look at it. Oh, so that's why the head spinning, term I use, because where do I look? It's massive.
We did the show on Saturday for musician, and you're so right, Marty. In the Julie,
he's always right. What are you talking about, Julie? He's always right.
He's always right.
And if not, we will make it right.
That is so right. So what happened is that we brought musicians over to the show just so that we can share the value of what OnPassive can give them, right? There's a lot of points that Marty, Milo, and and we just brought them up and we just had a discussion and we could see the musicians. I was like, wow, right? And then today I received another long message from another founder they were saying, you know what, Julie, the show that you did on Saturday helped me to talk to my artists. I have about 1,000 artists following on my Facebook. What you brought is very valuable so that I can have more understanding of sharing it. So then I'm thinking, wow, this is something that we're going to start getting onto something, you know, so we're going to start bringing from now on in our show. We'll bring on, you know, sport coaches and anyone that has sports, had anything to do with team, right? We can bring them, we can bring on the value of what we can share. We're going to bring on real estate agents, right? Because a lot of people probably don't see it until they come in and join the conversation, and you're going to see the difference in their face. So thank you, Marty, for being there, and you, Milo. You know, the conversation that you had on Saturday really helped a lot of musicians. It's true. It's a conversation that we have that really bring on, you know, brought some values out and let them see a little bit more about OnPassive, right? You're muted, Mr. Ash.
Thank you, Julie. Yeah, no, they haven't seen anything yet. They haven't seen much.
You know, you got my brain spinning because I had 3 of my credentials, ACLS, BLS, and my PAL certification. They all expired the end of January, and I had registered for a class to do all 3 in one day, and we had an ice storm hit here in North Carolina, which the class got canceled. So I worked with the instructor, and she's like, you know, we'll get it done. She ended up rescheduling the class to the next Saturday, which we had snow flurries, and it was a possibility that it could get canceled again.
Okay.
We got through it, but if that would have gotten canceled, I would have been suspended from working, because without those credentials that are registered by the American Heart Association, I have to keep those current. So you just got my brain to thinking that that's
Not only that, Key, how many wasted or how much wasted potential in any area, people just because of those challenges,
right,
and logistics,
See,
not
that's
convenience.
every
How much
healthcare,
is wasted? But
a
if it's
lot.
available and you make it so easy and accessible,
Right.
the word I use constantly, making education more accessible, okay? And I hate that it has some connection with some, I can't believe I said the word hate. I'm not allowed to. I really, I'm not a fan of the politicians, you know, use it as a punchline just for election campaign or something. But we mean it, okay? That we want to make it more accessible. There are children, there are adults could use more knowledge and more equipment and being equipped in different areas of interest. So if you offer internet accessibility along with affordability, and offer it to, say, rural areas or places where they're behind even with food and basic living needs, survival needs. That is the drive that we have. Why? I mean, can you imagine what you will, again, get another 1% from a billion people? 1%. They don't have to be OnPassive subscribers, customers. Forget that. I'm talking about impacted by whether a webinar session or by OBless or by Academy, whichever tool or direction we're doing, and just activate that 1% of their wasted potential that was going to be buried just like everything else without OnPassive. Now, don't take me wrong. There's some people like the pros right now most of you here will run with it. They're not going to get 1%. They've been waiting eagerly for such an opportunity, and they have so much to offer. If they just get a chance. Remember my word from day one, I said people are capable of doing things, but they're just stuck. You just want to give them that push, that honest hand one time, so you can activate their potential, and especially if you remove the financial burden.
Well, the
What if
financial
you get
burden,
5-10% from 1 billion people? That was going to be wasted. This earth will look different in every aspect. I'm sorry, Michael, go.
yeah, no, I was going to say that the financial burden, I mean, that's massive. You know, when you think of, you know, university education, and people have to come up with $50,000 just for tuition alone. Forget about everything else that comes with that. Just the tuition alone, 50,000, 60,000 in some cases. Like, that's just ridiculous, right? And then the time aspect, Ash, even from a high school standpoint, where kids are taking courses that they have no interest in whatsoever, and it's not even relevant for what they're going to go on to pursue. It just doesn't make any sense. So if you can then condense all of that to where people are just taking what it is that they actually are interested in, it makes a huge difference, and it saves a lot of time. You know, it saves a lot of time. Instead of taking 4 years to do something, you can do in 2 years or even 1 year, right?
Not just the tuition, Michael. Think about the stationery or all the other, you know, materials that are needed for education.
Yep.
So you have 3 kids in your case, and you're blessed, obviously, but some are not. Let's say a different country, without naming, they don't have the blessing we have, and a family with 3 kids, they might, I mean, their system requires nowadays maybe a laptop or an iPad or a pad, okay, tablet, or somewhat internet access for their researches, for their homework and all that. So at home, they will be needing that device, and sadly some of them, they have to share one device, okay, or they borrow mom's iPhone or phone or smartphone or dad's or their computer, and so everybody would have to wait, just like having a big crowd in one bathroom, right? Okay, they're just going to be stuck wasting time. So that financial support, if we enable them at least to get the basics, the materials, so everybody got their, it's basic now, like drinking water. So simple. It's not even the 50,000 tuition. You're talking about $2,000-3,000 now. Everybody got their own device, and that's a sample of family of 3, and they're all going to school. I mean, 3 kids. But imagine somebody with 4, 5, 7. There are some of them, right?
Yeah, Ash, you gotta, you know it's bad when you talk to somebody with a fantastic education. They don't talk about the education; they talk about the debt they're in. You know something's wrong.
Sure.
If the first thing out of their mouth is "I'm going to be paying this debt for the next 15 years," something's wrong. Something's wrong. You should be bragging about what you know, not how much you owe.
Yeah.
Marty, you'd be blown away if you knew what some of these doctors' debt is on top of their head. It's mine.
I can share with you. I have a first-hand experience myself. Yeah, education is not cheap, and when you're done, it's like, what? I mean, that's not worth it. What you give me? Okay, take it back. I don't need it. It's overpriced.
My niece, in the second year of her college, she calculated that by the end of all her classes that she has to take for dental hygienist, she's gonna owe $680,000.
Is that real? Wow.
Yeah.
What are they giving her? Like, a clinic
To be a
and
dentist or a dental hygienist?
Dental hygienist.
that's $600,000.
Yeah, that's what she said. And I said, yeah, you have
No,
this.
we need to send her back to math school. No, that's wrong. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll offer a course. I'll offer a course she can take, Ash. Don't worry, I got her.
I mean, unless they give her a bonus like a space shuttle or something.
Well, if she's gonna pay that, I got some singing lessons for her. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But that's crazy.
I can tell you, she's not gonna pass the first round. Yeah, she's
She
got.
doesn't get a car, Julie.
Absolutely not. She's been
Oh,
off.
speaking of cars, we finally located one car, and I want to make it interesting. So finally, it will be delivered hopefully on Friday, if all good. They're having short supplies, obviously due to the pandemic and other reasons. So and we didn't want to get a sedan, just a regular car, because we set the bar high as usual. Okay, so now we got a car. Okay. It's a red car and it's an SUV, Honda, and it will be probably delivered on Friday. Okay. But I'm looking for Julie to be the car giver if you accept.
Yes, absolutely. I would
Would you
love,
do that?
I would have the honor and privilege to do that. Thank you.
I'm sure you would get support, but I try to be there. Chris probably would be there, so we're gonna make it fun.
Thank you.
Of course. No, thanks for taking it. Yeah, so we
Pack your bags, Julie. You're going to India?
Yes, I am ready to go.
what else beside Academy and Julie not only receiving a car, she's giving away cars now.
Oh, awesome feeling to have. It's an honor. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I love how you spoke yesterday. I literally admit the fact that, it was just so much value in what your conversation shared yesterday. You really haven't watched the pod now yesterday. Just make sure you get a copy of it. I mean, listen to the part where our CEO actually talk about the value of what we actually offer. I mean, there's just so much more. It's not only about Academy, it's about what associated with it, O-Tracker, O-Chat, every products in OnPassive are connecting with each other, and it's very cool just to listen to it. So if you haven't done it, I would encourage you to do that. Think about the people around you, right? Think about the people that we associated every day. And I think the best part for all of us to share OnPassive is to know your products, right? You don't have to know the details, the technical part of it. All you got to do is how to apply it in the things that we do every day. I would love for the real estate agents, in around the world to be able to use O-Staff, to be able to use O-Desk. I mean, imagine the amount of paperwork that we have to deal with, in buying a house or selling a house. I mean, it's amazing. I can't say enough how blessed I am to be part of OnPassive.
Just like the concept of appetizers and freebies in an Italian restaurant in Italy, not elsewhere. They're so generous with what they give you as a welcome before you order food. And it is so satisfying what they give you. And sometimes like, I don't need to order food. I'm happy with what I got at the door. The sampling concept. So what we are experiencing now is literally the sample on the door, getting inside the platform. And I'm enjoying it. It's delicious already. So anywhere beyond this point is just a stack in the cool.
Absolutely.
Here goes the neighborhood.
Brother Chris, hey.
Hello, brother Ash. I heard my name a few times, and
Yes, I have to tell you something. I was watching your cover up for our brother today, the live you did today, and I have to admit something. Chris Johnson, everybody knows. Okay, he started with a smile. Your start with OnPassive appearing on the webinars was either a thumbs up, a high five, a smile, a cheer as a listener. But then you got into it. Then you start talking briefly, okay? And as we got it got in you more, the OnPassive effect. And now it's not only a part of your life, it's your entire life. Like I said, man, I could like literally learn from you every single session. Beyond the inspiration, now we're beyond, you know, the encouragement, you know, the good vibe we get out of Chris Johnson. It's really past that. Now we're getting, man, I'm getting some aha moments while he's talking. I'm getting some thoughts, and he's really taking it home. No, it's definitely so with so much pride. Cannot tell you how proud I felt of you, seeing the evolution, and when you start realizing, you know, the mechanics of it. Somebody who admitted, like, I am not techie, I'm not in business, I'm just a regular guy who worked for 32 wasted years, and I walked home with no car, nothing, and just a simple, average American story, okay? And you're becoming a star. You're becoming a hero, an inspiration to many of us. So that is priceless. Where would he give this chance or opportunity to get? So listen, we didn't make or create Chris Johnson. He had it. He just needed the opportunity, and that's just the start. And let me be very realistic. This is in all of us, including me, including Marty DeGarmo, Michael Williams, Susie, Julie, Neeraj, all of us, we're having that, you know, confidence that we're gaining. We're learning together. We're more confident about what we're doing. We're more determined. There's no way back. There's no way up, down. It's just one way forward and onward. So I think it gave me so much value. And now, like, I'm at a stage I cannot miss a live that Chris Johnson would do. What this will tell you. We didn't make him. He was there, but he just needed facts to back him up, value to back him up, and give him the chance, and give him the stage, give him the podium, give him the opportunity, the platform. And now here we are. And this is just a start. So I love what we're doing. We all stumbled in the beginning, but now, man, you cannot silence us, so you cannot shut us up in a good way.
Absolutely, Ash. Really, we are so thankful to OnPassive that we have developed ourselves in last 1, 2, or 3 years in such a way that, yeah, you talked about Chris Johnson. Yes, we often see him all lovely, smiling, all full of enthusiasm and full of fired up. And that is what we have learned from OnPassive. looking at each other, learning from each other. I know when we started 3.5 years back, we couldn't even speak properly, and now even not we leaders, but all our founders, many of our founders, they are speaking in webinars. Their personality has developed. So many, I got so many calls from even our Indian ladies. They said, okay, they were just sitting like a housewives in their houses, and now they can speak in English. They can speak in front of many people. So their confidence level has so much grown up. And really, apart from no doubt, we are in OnPassive. You are making it OnPassive, but the development in ourselves, that is in last 3 years we have really grown up, and we are so all thankful to OnPassive that we have OnPassive is in our life, and every day we are in learning process.
Yeah, so we have no limit. Any value we could provide, any of us will do it, and that's how we set the stage. We welcome, people who want to grow, who want to go to a better level, and we refuse and reject only negativity and mediocrity. Anything else is welcome. We want to go places together. Now, how many times we've seen, I don't know if I want to screw up the topic with opening, whatever you want to call them, the negative people, okay. How many times I told you they're going to run out of breath?
Yeah.
And drop like flies, okay, and walk away. How many, if you go back 2-3 years from the beginning, somebody would be like, okay, so angry and so fired up to go, and they would try to do something. Good luck with that. They try to harm us evilly, in an evil way. But what happened? Where are they now? Still standing tall. Because we're real.
Well,
Speaking of that, yeah, go ahead.
This has been said many times, Ash, that OnPassive itself is providing all the founders the opportunity for personal development, and which is something people spend thousands of dollars on. Like they literally spend thousands of dollars, taking these different courses. Even public speaking, within that whole arena, people spend thousands of dollars on. And here people pay $97 to become a founder. And if they were to walk away right now, they're walking away better as a person, right, than how they came into OnPassive. So there's so many intangibles, about this company and about this movement. So there's so much to be grateful for, I believe.
And seeing life from a more positive perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be done in a cleaner way. People, sadly, they're accustomed to all wrongdoing and all dirty stuff outside. But hey, yeah, it's real. We can do it in a clean way. Keep it clean, do it right, and we will all succeed. There's a place for everyone. There's room for all of us. We will not sink. We will not, starve. We all can win. Yeah. So I'm just inspired. It's such a good encouragement to see how far we come and who we become.
Chris, you have your hand raised. Did you want to say something, Chris?
Yeah, just a little bit. First of all, Ash, thank you for those, I'm not going to say it, generally kind words. I appreciate that. Cause I got that woman's heart thing going on. I start getting all crazy.
Welcome to my club. Yeah.
You know what? My mom and dad taught me some great things, just like your mom and dad did. They taught me, if you believe in something, you're going to work real hard for it. And I really believe in this. So a lot of us, many of us are putting everything we got into a pass to show what it is. Another thing they taught me is surround yourself with phenomenal and great people. And I believe I've done that. And a lot of those people are on this panel, and a lot of those people are in the attendees list. And those are the people that make me want to better myself. Your company has inspired every one of us to do better, to turn our lives around, to change lives. It's a win-win situation, man. You just can't lose. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop until, you know what, your physical ears blow up there, like you said. And I suggest everyone does the same thing. It's not hard to talk about because every one of you really understand what it's about. Maybe you don't understand the product. Well, dive into it, learn it. All right, this is coming. No matter what we say, do, it's unstoppable. It will change your lives. And we got a guy over here. It's you should be, every time you see him and he hates praises, I'm not praising him, I'm thanking of him. And there's only one way I know how to thank him, and that's to do good by people, fix problems, educate people. I mean, my gosh, OnPassive has it all. So Ash Mufareh, once again, from the bottom of my heart, brother, I love you, and I thank you for what you gave me.
Well, thank you. Not only that, you know, everybody has something. It is so vast that everybody will get something. You might not be knowledgeable about different things, but a woman can be an area of yours. A different product can be an interest of yours. You know, maybe bless can be an area of your interest as well. So there has to be something within that massive arsenal ecosystem that we have that would interest you or anyone. I guarantee, mark my word, that there is a value in OnPassive bigger than any company. Tie that with the impact that we will make. There's value for the price we pay, for the value we give. It's the most valuable company for what we offer. And don't want to speak too soon, but we have things in our, let's say, passion, our vision would impact every country, every government, every place, every family, every child, every senior citizen, every woman, every elder. It will impact. What is that? I'm not even at a stage where I can say something without any basis. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. That means you're important. Okay. If nobody cares, whatever you blab, like, okay, you could just, what a crazy guy. But if your words are being measured, you are a VIP. Very important person, which is good. And for those leaders and founders and OnPassive representatives and speakers and ambassadors, yourself here, who get some clash back and some people lashing, okay, because you're important. You're ticking them off now. It's a good thing. You are counted, you are visible, you are something, you are someone. One guy, really high package, without the name, they resigned, like so sudden, okay? So we like them in the OnPassive staff, good knowledge, and they're good. I mean, there's no complaint. We get along. The attitude is good. The skill is there. They have a high package. I'm talking about salary and benefits, etc. Okay, very high. So when they shared the news with me, oh, so and so, okay, I said, good. What? Thought you liked the guy? Yes. Because I have had a question immediately when I got the letter, okay, to the team. If so and so not coming to work tomorrow, what's the impact? Oh, we already figured that out. We gave it to this, we gave it to. So no impact. So in other words, I'm saving money. Getting the same thing done. So the worst thing, you want to be unnoticed, not noticeable in any way. So your existing and non-existent is the same. That's a disaster. Okay. Whether people, cheer for you or blab at you or slander you, you're something. You have something to offer. So it's a good thing when some lost dogs and souls are looking for your bone.
Robin, I see you have your hand raised, Robin.
Robin Noble. Hello,
Hello,
Robin.
Ash. Hello,
Hi.
Ash. Hello, everybody. It's always a joy to see you here. It's always wonderful to be with all the founders.
I agree with you. You're talking about Peter, right?
I'm talking about all of you.
Okay.
Do you know what is so beautiful, Ash, that many of us as founders have forgotten? Is that we don't have to be stressed about this. And I think people are overthinking it. You have said this is 100% done for you. This is 100% automated. You've never said anything to the contrary since I joined and since I've heard you speak. People are not remembering that part. And to be active is to be positive and to help each other. We're all founders, we're all at the same level. And what you're showing us and what you're starting to bring forward that many people have not experienced is a life-work balance. Many people have never had that. They've always been rushing for work, rushing for family, rushing to try and find something, and they themselves have been pushed to the bottom of the list. You're starting to show people that there are options. We have choices again. And to be patient and to wait, stay positive, because you are unrolling platforms, products, services in a very systematic fashion that a lot of us who are not techie people may not understand. We are unique and special, just like a snowflake, just like a droplet of water. And as you've said, and other people are starting to say as well, that there are still so many platforms that we know very little about. And the tech side of it might not be what somebody is interested in, but there are other platforms still to come. And that's where somebody may shine. And that's what they might find themselves drawn to. And on the other hand, if that doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. So thank you for letting me speak and be part of you, but people forget some of these things. And your words of wisdom and how you have visioned and spoken about OnPassive from the beginning to now has really never wavered. Thank you, Ash, for all that you're doing for all of us.
I love it. Thank you, Robin. Always.
Thank you, Robin.
You are just natural. Wow.
Thank you, Ash.
Ron, did you want to say something, Ron?
I did. I just want to tell Ash, basically you saved me with this company. I had almost 20 years in law enforcement of doing nothing but responding to negative situations. all kinds of different situations, just like Key Window. Okay. You're always walking into something that you don't know what the outcome's going to be. And when I retired, finally from due to sickness that the job did to me, I realized how depressed that you can get real quick. But since I've been in OnPassive, since it was introduced to me, it's been nothing but positivity. You get on anybody's webinar and everybody's smiling. Okay, everybody's excited that they have something that they can hold in their hand now and meet millions of people. And every one of them has a smile on their face. You can't beat that. And that's what OnPassive does for me. It does for a lot of other people. I just want to thank you, man, for what you've done. You've given
Well,
a lot of people
Ron.
hope.
Yeah, we're just scratching the surface, indeed. Thank you for what you do, and we're proud of you too. And it's picking up in every way.
Thank you, Ron. And Mr. Ash, I know we say this a lot, but you brought a lot of people together, and you brought a lot of the good inside of them together. And today is Valentine's Day, and I really truly want to list of names and names and names of the founders that working behind the scene. You know, Bill Musk, John White, Patty McGuigan, Pat Perrin, Sherry Durstaway, Terry Thompson, Michael Thompson, the entire family. I mean, there's so many, Judy Miller, Pam and Kevin. There's names that, you know, that I wanted to bring out here. It's just so beautiful how the way they brought to the community. And I would encourage everyone, you know, the beautiful words that you are putting on social media, go into O Network and put it on there, because I know it is, you know, things in there that need to clean up, but we all can put something in to fix that, right? Let's just say all of us put a paragraph on it. We're gonna see more paragraphs in it, right? So it's something that is so valuable for us. I could never imagine my entire life that we could be in this community, let alone the value that we have here in OnPassive. If you truly, really think about what you have gone through in life, if you have a fraction of what you know already in OnPassive today, will that change your life? I mean, it has changed my life personally. I mean, the personality, the personal development here helped me so much. The confidence that I get to build in this community is insane. You know, so truly.
And you're gonna give a car. You're not gonna get a car. You're gonna give a car. How insane is that?
It's insane. It's insane.
You're gonna give a car. Not get a car.
God.
Okay.
It's an honor. It's an honor. Who would allow me to do that?
Absolutely.
It's a true honor. So everyone names, I know there's so many of them that I don't have all, and I can sit here, I can name everyone. Your beautiful words outside of OnPassive, you know, on social media, take them and put them into our community. It's beautiful because truly there are so many people are not connecting with us in social media, but now we have our own social media, our own gathering. Do it. The more you do it, you know, just don't look at the downs or the negative or the hello.
We're the driver's seat. Absolutely.
Yeah, be the driver.
Julie,
yeah.
Did you notice that Eugene is raising his hand and he like, there's a virtual one. You don't have to keep your arm lifted. You're going to get tired. I hope it's not swollen.
Let's get him to speak.
Please go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you can do it virtually. You don't have to do that.
What a privilege and honor. What a privilege. Please. I'm trying to lose my butt, but I'm resisting not to, especially when I'm in a gathering like this with the CEO. What a privilege and honor to be, especially here with you, our CEO. Thank you. for who you are, for who God has made you, the same God that created everyone. We call the same, there's only one God.
Amen to that.
I thank God for submitting, for agreeing, for accepting the responsibility that God has given to you. We are all grateful, but I'm particularly grateful to you.
Where are you, Eugene?
London.
Good night.
Yes. What
Very
inspires
happy
me,
to have you.
thank you. What inspires me so much when you compare the percentage of the people with the underdogs are carrying, the percentage, we are carrying them, the 3% or 5%. We are carrying them in every which way. But by the providence of God, you have been given that wisdom to turn the whole thing upside down. Completely. If only the people who are not founders of OnPassive, if only they understand that concept, everybody, most people, they will become founders, but they don't understand it.
Which is a blessing.
Which is a blessing. That's where I was coming from.
Everybody to be a founder, yeah.
Yeah. People who, we founders, we have been chosen. It is not for everybody. All founders is not for everybody.
And you have chosen, been chosen and chosen.
Yes.
Because it's a decision you made that you will not regret.
Yeah, it's not everybody will become founders. Not everybody will follow you, but I'm sure we who are members, we have been chosen. And for his own reason, because God has his own reason of choosing people, his people that he wants to use to bless the world. And I am just saying, thank you. May the Almighty God, his hands will always be upon you, protection in every way. In every way.
Thank you, brother. This made my year, not day. Appreciate that.
I thank God for your life. And I thank
wish
God
the same
for
for
every
you.
member, every founder member. I thank you all because the best is yet to come.
Absolutely, Eugene. Thank you, Eugene.
How beautiful.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
So what happening? Jamaican people are taking over London?
No, there's nothing happening in London at the moment, except
Or just a neighborhood for now, yeah. It's about time somebody would take over Britain. They took over everyone else. We can say that because Red is not here.
Yes. Red is on holiday.
Yeah, he will snitch to the Queen.
Yes, hopefully.
No, he's traveling, I guess,
yes.
from Mexico to the UK. So you're going to have him back. They didn't allow him to stay in Mexico. Wow, it just hit me. He's blessed because he speaks Spanish too. Wow, so he can be very comfortable in Mexico. That's a good advantage.
Key, you have your hand raised.
Thanks, Julie. Yeah, while I had Ash here, I wanted to share something with him today that I actually just got back from the coast. There's a search and rescue going on for a downed plane, and just it's a sad story, but everybody live life to the fullest and every day, because tomorrow's not promised. And Ron, you're right. Your profession and my profession, we see things that, and
You don't walk into weddings, right? Or
no
parties, right?
No,
You're always walking into something.
I shared with Marty and I share with Chris sometimes when I'm having some rough nights, but I have multiple positions. You probably know that, but one of the positions is going to be dedicated to veterans, and I've already retained the URL. It's Brats for Vets. I'm a brat because I'm a son of a vet, and that's what that's just it's a term of endearment. Children of
Beautiful.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, whatever, you're brats.
Yeah.
So the site will be Brats for Vets. And I have that registered, and 100% of what that position earns will go toward veterans, either Air Warrior Courage Foundation or veterans. But I wanted you to know that. And happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Thank you, Key. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Hope you
We have Valentine every Monday here on this round table.
We do. We have karaoke tonight. Does anyone like to join us?
I do not want to hear Ash Mufareh sing.
I am out of here. Or that.
That's
You
what
are so right. I don't want to hear me either.
Julie, what time is that?
It's at 9 p.m. You don't have to know how to sing to be there. Just come and have some good laughs together. It's 9 p.m.
Julie, we're talking about the momentum, the growth, the evolution we have, and you just want to destroy that in one session. Keep it up.
Oh boy. I don't get a car, I get it.
You give a car.
I give a car away.
Starts with a G anyway. Give a kid.
Look at it this way, Julie. You did move up, right?
I did.
Yeah,
you're the upper hand.
Yeah, but Marty, she was one step closer to getting the car. Now she just took 2 steps backwards.
No. She's the upper hand.
I took 2 steps backward
She's
and
gonna have
10 steps forward.
Yeah, she's gone too fast.
You can't predict Peacock, right? You can't. Peter,
Well, the
please.
lucky person that would receive it would remember that forever.
Absolutely.
Like if you win American Idol or Got Talent or something, I think if you are the winner, that sound will be stuck in your head forever.
Absolutely. Peter, do you have something?
Got a few staff members are getting married. Some got married already in their honeymoon, and a couple. Remember Tamoy, the first car we gave away? Okay. And he got engaged in November. So I think March 4th. So yeah, just roughly a couple of weeks. His wedding. And many others are moving and relocating their families to Hyderabad nearby. So meaning it's a great sign of our stability now that we are there, we're settled, and people are structuring and organizing their life around their career. So we are a good landmark before, like, where is OnPassive now? So and so next to OnPassive.
Did you also know that through OnPassive, there are going to be couples that get to spend Valentine's with each other after a long, long time? So congratulations.
I'm sorry, who? Did I miss something? I'm sorry, I got distracted. I'm a horrible human being.
Should I say it? All right, so Kevin Rutledge and Pam Turner are together.
Okay.
And this is yes, like
So we're
in,
hooking people up, are you saying? Yeah, you should say
yes,
that.
yes,
Of course.
in
Of
love.
course.
And after many years of being alone, now this is the first year, and this is only one couple that we know. I'm very
Through OnPassive.
Yes, absolutely.
Bam! That's where you go.
Yes.
Don't go to a bar. Yeah, that's where you
Now,
go.
now we need a dating program.
Oh, okay. Now it's getting spicy, Ron.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of that, our closest friends in Orlando, neighbors as well. We, you know, to the point, the people that you sleep at their home, eat together, they sleep at your place, very close. They've been trying very hard to get pregnant for a while. And we've been praying for them. So today we got the breakthrough. It happened.
It does.
There's a lot of love going around us.
You were scaring me for a minute. I thought OnPassive had a new product out that made people pregnant or something.
Well, psychologically, yes. Socially, yes. I mean, some people will lower their stress level, and that will increase their ability to fertilization, maybe fertility.
Hey, Pete, didn't you want to say something, Pete? Let's cut him off right now, Pete. Go ahead.
He's smiling. Hey, Peter.
Hello, Mr. Ash. How
Hello,
are you?
hello. Oh, fantastic. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. First of all, happy Valentine's Day to you and to Esmahan.
Thank you so
and
much.
to Yusuf and Omar.
Back to you as well.
It's always a pleasure to meet all of you one more time, if I can. And also happy Valentine's Day to Julie, Len, Robin, I know all of you guys, Susie, of course, she's not here right now, and all the founders. And it's really a lovely day to us. Actually, was thinking about you today, Ash, and I came a little bit late because I was out with my wife, and I was thinking about you because we went to Dearborn and had a little lunch together for Valentine's.
Say it. Say it. Which place? Which place?
I'll tell you. Actually, it was the first time.
Oh yes, it's very.
First time we've been there in that particular restaurant. So
they have two locations.
Yeah, the one in Dearborn. The one in Dearborn.
Phenomenal.
It's really, really good. We enjoyed it. We had good conversation together, and we went to a coffee shop afterward and finished it off. Yeah, so it's really good. I was thinking about you the whole time.
Don't tell us, man. She will be crying now. She loved those places, especially the Yemeni, what it called?
The Kahwa House. Kahwa House.
Incredible.
We went to a place where it's the first time in that particular place, right across the street from the Kahwa House, and we regretted it. We should have went to Kahwa House.
Yeah, no, definitely. They have healthy stuff and some unique exotic pies with honey and stuff. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, going back to what Michael was saying earlier, we paid $97 as a founder. Did we get the value? I think, I've been here for 3.5 years. Are you kidding me? We get the value plus some. Your wisdom that you speak of all the time, Mr. Ash, your confidence, your positive messages all the time, that's worth a lot more than $97 that we paid. I'll be happy just to walk away with that. But that's not all, folks. We have a lot more that we haven't seen. This is just the beginning. This is a dream come true. And this is like you said, Mr. Ash, before. Sometimes we get, if we're lucky, we get 2 chances in our lifetime to have some kind of opportunity. OnPassive is the last one you'll ever have. So that's something that's always stuck in my head.
Incredible. You see what a Tayyip did to you? Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to
Exactly.
tell Asmahan, where's mommy? Okay. Do you know Peter Sroor and Amira, his wife, went to Tayyip today and Kaho House? I'm just teasing you. No, she's ready to go back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They don't want to
definitely a
go
lot
back
of,
to Orlando.
yeah, it's definitely good food. You know,
I'm
there's no
sorry,
doubt about
Ron, but it's just not. You're from Michigan anyway.
Right. Right. Yeah, Ron from Michigan, absolutely. And congratulations, since it's Valentine's Day, congratulations to Kevin and Pam. It's really good news.
Right.
For them, making connection.
And our
Yeah, more, but
friends got pregnant. Yeah.
And your friends get pregnant. Wow, that's amazing. Just congratulations for all of us being OnPassive. Thank you, Ash, again, for all that you do. We appreciate every second that you put into the business for all of us. And Chris, we all love you. You know that. So we're proud of you, brother. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. He's incredible. Hand-selected people. Yeah, hand-picked. All homegrown with an OnPassive.
it's absolutely beautiful.
Grow together. Yes, indeed.
They share life together.
Chris, we're going to have to go to those places that Peter just mentioned. Oh, my God. This is something.
Since you're
And they know me. I have connections. Don't worry. I'll hook
yeah,
you
but
up.
you're not a Michigan fan, so we're gonna have to bring the food to you.
I love
Obviously.
people in Michigan. What are you talking about? I love the food there. Yeah. I mean, the streets need a lot of help. Yeah.
Ash,
Ash,
can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing? Finances, one of the causes of divorce in almost every nation, the top problem is finance.
Of course, that is so true. And to be more accurate, Eugene, okay, it's not the existence or availability of finance. It's there.
Yeah.
The resources are there. It's just corrupted systems that need to be fixed. We're just talking about Dearborn, okay? It's not like a unique situation. I've been in so many cities and states. Everywhere you go, everywhere. And I've been collecting pictures everywhere you go, no matter how rich, wealthy the city, how expensive it is. You know, like Boston is a very expensive one, Chicago. Everywhere you're going to find somebody in any weather condition sleeping on the street with a cardboard, with a blanket or big coat or something. Okay, while people are walking in the street, fine dining and mingling, and they go to their comfort homes, and there are so many vacant homes. And we have space. So why that one individual? It's a shame. What kind of politics are they talking about?
Yeah.
And how could they even sleep?
Yeah.
Let's not even take it to the presidential level. Just take it at a mayor level. How could they function? How could they do anything while in their city, their population, okay, their residents, at a point like that? Like, there has to be something could be done. I'm not dictating how it's done, how fast, how perfected it is, but they have to do something. So since I gave up on that long time ago, there's no way. There's no way it's going to come from, people we elect. It's not going to come from them. We, the people, will make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will scratch your back the way you do. Got to do it.
Charles,
So we're not going to have a problem. We don't have to create that. Like just today, Singapore, mega bank, $500 billion shifting and allowing retail crypto, specifically Bitcoin, by the end of the year. 12 more months. 11, I mean, 10 more months or sooner. So one tiny decision, do you know how this would revolutionize the whole crypto arena, and how many opportunity it would open, how many value, simplifying things and make things more affordable, more accessible? I'm sorry, Julia, go ahead. I just get carried out when we have something so insane like the homelessness. Anywhere I've seen homeless in every city. There's not a city I've been into, like it's insane. Always people on the street, and people are walking by, and it's like arrogant and disgusted by the scene, instead of feeling guilty or responsible that they should do something.
Sure.
By the way, Ash, you said the streets in Michigan needs some serious help. You should see them now. They're 100 times worse than when you left. Because the snow and some fluctuation of the weather, potholes are incredibly
get worn out. Yeah.
Peter, they were that way when I lived there 25 years ago.
Yeah, the governments are not doing a good job on the streets. Is in Detroit as well. Detroit everywhere, not just in Detroit. It's disaster. It's
That's why everybody's moving out of Detroit.
Yep.
Moving to the suburbs. Ash, can I ask you about a country real quick?
Absolutely, anything.
I was talking to a business owner. I want to know if we were going to be doing Syria.
Yeah.
Oh, we are?
So we already have people in Syria, but they all have connections in Turkey, next country, where they refuge to. And so everybody knows somebody, okay, that they use their addresses. So far, there's no sanction or something against what we're doing, but if that happens, they have the virtual, and they have the ability to just use an outside address. So they already know how to manage that, most of them, but we would like just to come from the door.
Right.
We do have people in Syria.
Okay. Yeah, he was, quite a few people.
But there's
over
a good number are in, say with me, Turkey and Lebanon, UAE, Egypt, and families are connected, so everybody knows somebody that will just provide their address.
Charles, did you want to say something, Charles?
Oh yeah, of course. I was hoping that I can be the last person to speak. But it's a Valentine's Day, and want to wish those who came late, because I wished everybody in the beginning, but of course Ash was not there. Happy Valentine's Day. How appropriate. I was trying to be back before Valentine's Day, because I believe that OnPassive symbolizes Valentine's Day. The kind of love that I got when I traveled, I could not believe it. And I am sure that if I go to any part of the world today, I will receive that kind of love, same kind of love. That's what OnPassive has given all of us. That family feeling wherever you go, like people genuinely take care of you because they look at you as a brother, as a sister, right? That is, you cannot put a price on it. It's priceless. So I just want all the founders to know that apart from the money, yes, of course, we're going to have apples when the time comes, but connection. Robert Kiyosaki said, rich people in this world spend their time making connections. The rest of the world spend their time looking for jobs. The connection that we all have made with OnPassive, you cannot put a price to that. And yesterday, I just want to talk a little bit about Academy because I listened to it yesterday. I came back and simply put, I could not sleep. I was just wondering. I said, this is big. I knew it was big, okay? But when I listened to what Ash said yesterday, and he said that we're trying to bring the concept of blockchain into healthcare. And when I thought about that, and I said to myself, actually, we are bringing the concept of blockchain to every field, every part of human life, every part, because we're going to decentralize. For example, he talked about teachers not getting paid, right? Yet we all have such huge student loans. So now you eliminate that middleman, they get more money. Same thing with healthcare, same thing with every field. And I think what we're about to do here, it's a revolution. And I am just savoring the moment. And I hope every founder is, to tell you the truth. I want to thank Ash. I don't know how he came up with this. I think he has been touched. I pray for him every day to have the courage, to have the wisdom, okay, and intelligence to make this, to take us to the finish line. And those of us who are leaders, and I can say this though, right now I'm saying 1,309 connected here. And these are all the leaders of OnPassive, right? These are the leaders. That's just the bottom line. So by you being here, you're a leader. And I can show, just take this back to your team.
Pioneer.
Here you
Say the
go.
word pioneer. I'm a pioneer.
Pioneers, yeah,
I'm a
exactly.
legend. Yes, indeed.
Yep. So great to be with you guys. I cannot be happier.
No, Charles. It's good to be with you. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
So did you feel like royal, like the reception in Cameroon?
Actually, yeah, I was, and I have something for you, by the way, Ash. And I hope to meet you soon so I can give you that.
You
right?
will.
You saw that thing that they put on me?
Oh, I see.
I
Yeah,
have one
okay.
for you.
Nice.
And guess what I found out?
Thank you.
They don't give that to just anybody. They don't.
Mm.
Yes, you have to be special.
Okay, well,
so I felt very special. Yeah.
I think India, you got competition. Rasminder, you're not the only one who's treated royal.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it was great.
OnPassive glow, OnPassive effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we become someone. We were lost and confused. We come to OnPassive, we are stars, right?
Yep.
Beautiful. Mr. Ash, what is how's your time? Just wanted to keep
Very
up.
good. I just checked on Syria. We have 306 from Syria. I can imagine 10 times more within the surrounding regions and abroad, but they just use like they use a different address, but they are within the country or from there. Yeah, we are everywhere. That's one of the most challenging places. You see, America is easy, okay? Canada, easy. UK, super easy, okay? Well, you got governments will take care of you, will at least the basics, all of that. Cameroon, not so easy, okay? Syria, very tough.
Curious, Mr. Ash, about China and Russia. Are we in those two countries?
We are, okay. One of the challenges in, I can, while we're at it, I can tell you exact numbers. So Russia shouldn't be an issue except the language. Once we break through, some users, they're going to love it. They're going to run with it, okay? When it comes to China, there are two challenges. They have only, I think, 6 most popular email providers there. They got to be Chinese. And the other thing is, so mostly everything is banned. And they have, so that challenge is the email provider. So if you like, if you're Gmail, Yahoo, they got no access, and you do not get through. So if you send an email, a message to somebody in China within like QQ or Q email, okay, let's say one of the known, it's not going to be accepted. It's rejected. Okay. So the other problem is payments. Okay, they have this complete monopoly on, when dealing to China. They don't want anyone else. But with the ability of having OMail and having your own domain and having our a more globalized options for payments. I mean, this would probably be one of the rare times that we can penetrate the Chinese market. And we do have the connection. We have, the access to reach out to people. But with those tools that are just now happening, OMail, the domain name, and financial options, things are going to blow up. Yeah. They love making money. They love making money. That's one attraction, for them. And of course, the physical products, no doubt in my mind, they would be dying for them. So Russia, 1,249, 1,249. Okay. And the most recent, Myra. Okay. Sergey. Those are just as of today. So every day. Oh, wow. Valentina. Okay. Which is, I assume, like Valentine, just invited Myra today on Valentine's Day.
Beautiful.
What about India, Ash? How many?
3.
That's good. That's good number.
Including you.
Including me.
In Canada.
Including
They
me.
count to Canada.
Yeah. And
So
the
let's
second one
see,
is
China.
Neeraj.
Yeah.
And as talking about this, I think our Bhutan founders, they were facing those issues which I talked to a few months back, and also Nepal founders, they are having some payment issues. So we have to look into that also.
Yeah. Is this an accident? China also has 306, exact number as Syria. But the population contrast is massive. So, but at least we got somebody from there.
You got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And those are definitely having a golden opportunity.
Absolutely.
Somebody is very active. Like I see they're bringing a good number.
I see Chinese explosion really, really soon once we.
Yeah, if we get into that market, it's a matter of time. It's a done deal. Okay.
And as there is a one small set, like it's a set of islands. It's a part of India. Actually, they are in the Bay of Bengal, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And we have our founders, there is one our founder, Afroz Ahmed. He is over there and he's doing very great over there. It's a part of India actually, but it's in the Bay of Bengal. And yeah, we have our presence over there. It's a tribal area, remote and tribal area over there, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So that our founder is doing a great job over there. Afroz Ahmed.
Hey, Ash, do we have any similar challenges in Japan? Because I think that's a very good market too.
No, again, I
Okay.
think just the language. No, Japan is a more friendly market. Again, founders are the elite. When it comes to customer, everybody would have something in OnPassive. We just talked about that. There is a value. There is something for any, whether internet user or just any residents, any citizen of any country. Okay, so Lynn is here. Happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine's Day to you and to everyone here. Thank you for all you do for us. You know, I was just thinking of something that's really cool. And because I know you're kind of like an inventor. And
I
you
am.
feel the,
I like
yes,
to invent things.
I think that's what your gift is. And you know when there's a need in the market and it's not filled and you fill it. So I came up with this idea and I think that you could actually solve it. You know how deaf people, you have auto language translation, right? We have that in Academy, OConnect, etc. Would there be a possibility of being able to translate from spoken language or written language to American Sign Language? And I'm just saying ASL, American Sign Language for now, because there are thousands of different sign language systems around the world. Every country has its own sign language system, but could we start with ASL? Is it possible on a technical level?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's stacking the cool. Really impressive. Yeah. I like the idea. Let's navigate, yeah, and dive into that when we have the opportunity. Yeah, definitely. I don't see why not.
That is so cool that you could even say it's possible. That's so exciting. Great.
Anything is possible.
This is true. Thank you.
Most of the stuff I think of is like, it drives me crazy. They're done otherwise. So it's not like, oh, wow, this is crazy good. Oh, no, no, no. What's crazy the way it's done now. And always I say, finally, that's how it should be done. This should have been done a long time ago. Like we put our energy and our creativity on the wrong stuff. Weapon, you know, they're crazy weapon that we exhaust so much time and resources, and for what? And most of it is even unused, so it's just collecting dust and dirt, rusty, and then they have to get rid of it and make a new one. And that cycle contains wars, because if they don't use it, it's a wasted investment, so they have to make up something so they can use it. So I'm just saying, with all that crazy stuff they make, we could use those tiny things that can make our life better instead of killing us. Yeah, it wouldn't be Valentine without hearing you today. What's happening? Give us some love.
Okay, I'm Neeraj and I'm your friend. So
I like that statement.
Yeah, thanks for your statement. I've just copied it from you. So first of all, happy Valentine's Day, Ash, and to the entire founder family. Uh, uh, I have two questions. If you could answer that, Ash.
Absolutely.
Just wanted to know the status of OConnect, O Wallet, and the status of Bangladesh office. This is my first question.
Okay, let's reverse them. Bangladesh is done, like we're just furnishing and employing. We already have people on payroll, and it's done. We got a building with 2 floors. Well, not the entire building, 2 floors in a building, brand new, good area, very businessy and modern area, and it's done. And we already have people, and management and other areas, and we're gonna just complete the furnishing process and complete this, the crew. So that's done. You want videos in a workshop? No, I'm not interested. I like to see the things, complete, and I'm sure we will invite you to take a look. To OConnect, going back again, development is done. We're still fine-tuning some other, pieces of it to go to the testing phase with you. So we're doing the internal testing and all of that. So it's definitely it's ahead of Academy. So OConnect will be complete before Academy, and Academy is right around the corner too. So with OBless, OPeer, those are just in the final stages. So Bangladesh, OConnect, what else?
O-Wallet.
O-Wallet. So O-Wallet has been done a long time ago. I would assume 2021, if not 20. Okay. As far as the functionality of it, what's needed is the financial aspect of it, like merchant, gateways, all of that. Okay, but the coding as a wallet has been done a long time ago.
Thank you, Ash.
Of course.
But
I'm more interested in OBank and OPay and OCoin and the rest of it. So
wow. Yeah. Okay.
we can relate to that. I probably should mention that it has to do with the starting the whole sales process. Mike Ellis touched on that in his last video, and I think he got the perspective of what I meant. When we start selling, game on. Okay, so and a part of that is some dependency on that solution. Once we have something that is concrete, and there's a logistic part and regulation and all of that, and there's also the mechanical one. Mechanical is just upon us. We will do that part. So I think we're at the verge of finding something long-term, scalable, concrete, and that's it. The rest is history. So that's probably the biggest piece I've shared with you today, meaning money in, money out, okay, without limitation. And it has to do, there was some delay. One CFO in a specific country, he's from Scotland, but living elsewhere. His sister in South Africa passed away. He had to go for a couple of weeks unexpectedly, not like anybody expect, but so we wanted to respect that and give him the time to grieve and come back. We can relate to that. We just happened, right after we lost our mom, Chris' mom, and Felix, who we met, Peter in Detroit. Okay, for those who were there, you never know. So that was yeah. So we just put it on the back burner for like 3 weeks or so. But he's back. He's back and he's available. And
so we're not going to have an old merchant.
Well, it's you have to have your e-banking system, okay, and your crypto system. Bottom line, I mean, just like the data center. So two things, you know, the data and the money flowing. If somebody got control of that, it's going to be always a fear, some limitation, some risk, some okay. For the size we are now, we are at a stage where we cannot like put it off anymore. We have to get it done in order to go to the next level. So I wonder like what PayPal can do, or all those merchants that you know that they can do that we cannot do. Of course, I mean, so that's why we are working hard to recruit and interview some of the biggest talents, like people worked in governments, airports, central banks, you know, the mechanical part and the financial part, the legal part. Yeah, so we're approaching the point where we will tell you it's a done deal. We know what we're looking for. We're having the resources, obviously, and the most refreshing thing about OnPassive is we just go all the way, and we have unlimited resources and supply to whatever we want to do. We don't have to limit it. We don't have to.
Absolutely. It's because you decided to do it. You made you answer to your why. You know exactly why you want to do what you do. So thank you for doing that. And you know, there are so many people that, you know, decide to do it. All the tech teams are deciding to say, okay, I know my why I am doing this. And it is so important for all of us, you know, to really truly think about why are you in OnPassive. I think that's a really big question that many of us really truly need to ask ourselves. I mean, we all came in because we all things that, you know, we're going to make some money, extra money here and there, but now we all that reason, that purpose of
Why not?
so much bigger
And pick up something more. Yeah, why not?
so much bigger.
Gotta pay the bills. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Niraj, did you want to ask more questions? Your hand's still raised.
Yeah, actually, one more question popped. So I'm just going to ask, if you permit, Ash.
To ask a question, or what's the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, ask. You can go ahead and ask. Yeah.
Okay, in the Sunday's webinar, when Dr. Shah asked about how people are going to earn from OnPassive, you mentioned about OMart and O-commerce. Can you just give some details about it, a one-liner, two-liner about it? What is it all about?
O-commerce is for you to have any merchandise, okay, your online store typically, okay, and that is with like available built-in templates, or freestyle, you make your own, okay? But if you have something to sell or resell, you can make it available on O-commerce. Okay, I'm gonna say the uniqueness about each application and the commonality between them and the common benefits of both. OMart is the OnPassive community and population where there will be several ways of selling and reselling. It could be a business opportunity. It could be an actual physical product, reselling programs, digital products as well, similar to, without mentioning names, okay. So we're going to have some universal other businesses that we display, everybody would be able to enroll. So let's say we have 2 or 3 packages of OnPassive. Just keep it 3, just round it up. 3 packages, right? You got those, but also there would be all of them are optional, okay? But there would be more for those who like more. There would be Neeraj, business, whether because of the product or because of the benefits, business opportunity that Neeraj business offers. We make a deal as a company and we display it. So just like you purchase those 3 packages or activate them in OnPassive, even upgrade, you could choose, you could electively enroll Neeraj business. So that's another pipe stream of income and benefits. How many? Unlimited. That's one way, company-wide, universal. Now, Neeraj himself, or let's say Julie, now can have her own business, but she want to resell it. You can display it in Omart. Also, she happened to be a member of ABC Business, and she would want to recommend it to her team. Monetization, multiplication. So now I have another income from 20 offers or businesses that OnPassive suggests. Same structure that we have, they follow you on Omart. You could add them without any limit, any restriction. And there is the one that you choose to your team, right? Okay. And then if we see that it's a popular thing, we can endorse it and then display it to everybody, removing the limit to your own team. So, and how is that happening? Same structure, same buyers, customers, and OnPassive follow you on multiple avenues. Everything is optional, but you have the wallet and you have the funds. And if you have the will, you can maximize your earning and benefits. Just tap into that. Now, the common thing between both, okay, O-commerce and you could have your own product and you want to sell it on Omart, okay? Anything, mark it up and put it there, depending what it is, if it's a digital product or something that commercialized, okay? So now, not only between Omart, O-commerce, but also add Academy, Bless, okay, and applications where there are displayed universally, or when I say universally, like OnPassive wide, company wide, that can be added by company. Let's say a project we want everybody to support in Bless. Same thing with O-commerce, with O-thing. Okay, those are additional streams. Can come from the company. You have your own tools to create your own. They're templates you plug in, whether it's a humanitarian cause or a project that you want to fund or a product that you want to sell or a digital product or Academy, you want a course or knowledge or education you want to offer. So all of those are going to give you the ability to maximize your earning and your revenue and expand without any limitation. And of course, you don't have anything of yours, just go there and shop. So I'm going to go to Omart and I'm gonna search for businesses and opportunities. So I'm no longer going to Google, because I'm going to have to vet things. I'm going to have to screen things. I'm going to have, okay, so now I go to Omart, and I'm interested in opportunities in technology.
There's some noise coming out. Let me look.
You're buzzing, Ash. You're buzzing.
Yes, I figure it's your headphone.
The battery is low.
Yeah.
Let me turn it off and come back, okay?
All right.
Julie's going to sing us a rendition of Valentine. Go ahead, Julie.
Happy Valentine. I'm kidding. Try it again. We can't hear you.
Better?
Better. Yes.
Not perfect?
Fantastic.
Perfect. Okay. So that's how it doesn't end. So the revenue that will come from OnPassive is one thing. But remember, the marketing is done. So you already have the audience. You've got something good to sell or resell. It's the same process. One stone, 75 birds. Now, if you're like me, I'm going to be in everything. Okay? I'm going to go and navigate something that is in crypto. There's a good business, company, program, product within the arena. I'm going to do it. Something in technology. Somebody else is interested in their beauty, okay, or anti-aging. You want to go and search for, you know, health and wealth and wellness products, or anti-aging, or essential oils, or whatever. There's so many other things. But the key is that platform that, you know, can get all of that done without repeating the processes. So it's not like you're going to have to go and manage a different business, a different accounting, a different budget. As long as you have access to OnPassive, as long as you have that wallet, it's just connected to everything. Inbound, outbound. That alone, those couple of applications we've just mentioned, remember, you're never going to promote OnPassive.com, okay? Never, never. Or a link. You're going to always have your own unique domain name. And that's, you know, it goes back to the Chinese market, okay? Syrian market, you just mentioned. Same concept, you know? They can even ban OnPassive.com, no biggie. But how do you know who is Charles Osong? And where is that domain is from? Yeah, so you're going to ban the whole internet. Yeah, every domain name? No.
So now everyone needs to think, what is going to be your business? What are you going to call your business, right? Really, what Mr. Ash said here, and what he said yesterday on the Pradana. I mean,
Right.
think about this. And I this is what I think, right? You have 1.2 million founders, and it's going to be 1.2 million business in petershur.com or petershur.ai or julienguyen.ai,
There you go.
you know, whatever it is, it's 1%.
1% of that, yeah. But how long we're going to be 1.2? Okay, so if we just go to work for a year together, okay, 10 sales each, give or take. I don't think you know, Charles Osang is going to just have 10 within the next year, right? So some people are going to go buster with it. But just say average 10. 10 million in no time. Without sweat. That's just having fun. Kumbaya.
Yeah, you get to own this AI company in your own name. That you didn't need to know technology, you didn't need to run it, you didn't need to do much. All you got to do
Where
is
to go? Oh, ask us what the biggest time wasted in human life is looking for lost things.
yeah.
You misplace your car key and good luck. Your day is screwed up, yeah, or your cell phone or something. Okay, so unfound things or lost things takes the most energy and time of it. When we are looking for a solution to so and so, like which domain registrar or provider do I go to, and how do I do it? That right there is a process. And then when I have finally purchased, decided on my domain name, it doesn't mean anything unless I host it. And what is hosting? And where do I go? And which package do I get? And how do I fund it? Now that's step 2. Step 3, you can have it hosted and all of that, but it's blank unless you have content and specific content that will drive your visitors, and hang on to that word visitors, what to do on that website when it's found. But now you're going to look for something called what? Designer or a design company. Where do I go? Do I get a WordPress? Do I get HTML5? Do I get a Bootstrap? What format or Angular or this? Which one do I serve? I got no knowledge of that, zero. So by the time you decide what you want to do, how much? Where do I go? How much is good? How much is expensive? How much is cheap? It's a whole new thing for me. Okay, finally I put up my website there. Doesn't mean anything, no matter how fancy and fabulous it is. Remember the word visitors. Now, how do I get visitors to my website? Good luck with that. You could sell your underwear, okay, trying to, to follow, chase the gurus, telling you how you can chase your people and get a couple of clicks here and there, bogus stuff, tricks and loopholes and cheats, hacks, nothing real. So how do I generate enough traffic flow or visitors to my website that potentially can turn into revenue? You could spend your life and not figure this out or get good at it. No kidding. You could really bankrupt. Ask me how many gurus I know. They just did the dumb things and they put their card on an AdSense campaign or Google campaign. The next day, 100,000, because they didn't put a cap, but they didn't make a sale or two. We provide the traffic. You don't have to look where. So can you imagine? I am only talking about one piece, which is the domain and getting it hosted and get a website on it. Beautiful website every day. And who is the hero? Nobody knows, should know Ash or OnPassive or any of that. It is Julie Nguyen is the hero that is killing it. Man, she sounds like she's savvy, techie every day. Her website is different. Oh my God, she's selling technology. She's selling makeup. She's selling cosmetical stuff. What is she? She's a hero.
Beautiful.
Speaking of domain name, Mr. Ash, would you recommend for the founder to have their domain name using their own name or something creative? If you can speak of that, I would really greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a good one, and I really don't want to be the determining factor. This is absolutely a personal choice. Are you doing this with your name, or you have a business or brand you want to build, okay? So, and is it something, so for example, like Susie McCrae, if I am interested in the hula hoop, she is the brand, right? Okay. If somebody is talking about IT, they are the brand. So maybe their name is a selling factor versus you want to make it attractive. I always recommend something short, okay? How many of you struggle to say the Universal School of Health, okay? It's 3 words, and most of us say the university because, like, okay, it is the universal. It's too long. Versus Harvard, 1 word example, like it just 1 word, okay? Or OnPassive. So I always recommend the shorter the better, something meaningful, and something that can be memorized, friendly.
Justin
So you could say a code
orange pills on my toy.
and nobody gets that, and it's just going to complicate, like a punch in the face every time. What is this? Like a Greek recipe for making dolmas, or
Or if you have an ugly name like Maddie, you may not want to use that, right? You know what I'm saying?
that's exactly the point. So if your name is the brand, okay, and it's popular and it's easy and friendly and lovable and adorable, yeah, go for it.
And Ash, just I wanted to know that what about?
But we might do something about the domain industry too. I know a thing or 2 about that, so might be something else.
Beautiful. Leon, did you?
Yeah.
This is
And my
huge,
wife
Ash.
hates it every time I say something like that because she knows the work behind it and the struggle to pull this out. Okay, so when I add 1 thing, she's not a fan. Is like, what about us? Okay, when so she want to hear projects with the kids, with herself, with us. But adding something, she knows it's big. Like the other day, I came dancing. I got an idea. Yeah, here in Boston. And it came, and I had to explain it. When she got it, she knew how beautiful and how it will change something, a whole sector, okay? And she knew I will do it, and I'm crazy, and I will not sleep before it's done or rest, okay? And why? What's wrong? Like, did you get it? Yeah, it's all good, but this is it's a big one. It's so massive. Like, yeah, we do big things. Why are we here? So I'm telling you, don't tell my wife I have more ideas or projects, or she knows I'm stubborn and I'm going to get them done. And they're just going to take away from our family time and our investments. It's a sacrifice, but it would be coward not to do it. If you realize Dr. Shah yesterday said talk is cheap. I mean, he didn't phrase it perfectly, but in a way, it's like you're so ambitious, so many ideas and dreams. He knows it's hard to get 1 thing done, and he's seen me and got some of the other ideas and interests that we have, and he knows it's not easy to build something. Needless to say, so many things are all disruptive stuff, like flipping the table, what Eugene said, like literally upside down. He knows. Only crazy maniac goes after this stuff.
Well, Ash, this is huge what we have listened. But I was curious to know about what about shipping, because when we see Amazon, they are successful in just streamlining their shipping, and they are successful in that. And what about like we are doing everything. So what about shipping? Are we will be able to do that way, the Amazon way?
We're not the courier, okay? But if your company or whoever yeah, you can handle that.
Drop shipment.
Again, there's some areas I'm not interested in.
Leon, just give us a minute. I like to check on your time, Mr. Ash Mufareh, and if anyone's
We'll take Leon and Sapna, I believe.
okay.
And I think we should be out of here
All
with your
right.
permission.
Okay,
Or,
thank you.
Neeraj, if you allow me to.
Thank you, Mr. Ash.
I'm gonna do in the same respectful manner to him. Okay.
All right, Leon, go right ahead.
Okay, thank Mr. Ash for, I listened to
Leon.
you. Thank you, Mr. Ash, for having me here today. And I listened to you yesterday with the doctor, and you had some incredible ideas. And then listening to you this morning with Michael William. Michael William mentioned something about, a lot of kids taking classes in school that's not, they don't really like them, not going to amount to anything. And just because we are here, we bounce things off each other, and light bulbs go off and things click. I get up in the morning time now just thinking about OnPassive. I just think about it. I've been retired for 10 years, and now my light bulb went off, and now all I can think of when I get up in the morning time is how things can work in OnPassive and what things are all about. I have one question, and then I want to make one statement. The statement I like to make is that, when kids have snow days, and when kids have, like in the South, they have tornado days, they can't go to school. The school lose money when kids can't attend. Imagine an O Academy where they can have a program already set. They just go on O Academy and hit the program, and they get credit for that day, and they get credit for the school, and they don't have to go to school. And I'm sure that's in Germany. Everywhere there's snow or there's a natural disaster, O Academy, I can see how that could be so excellent around the world. Where
they don't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Get something accredited where they can just go on and have a snow day. And that way, when they hear that.
How about accidents on the way, or how many buses, slide, and how many shootings, and how many okay. So it is a safer approach, definitely. But hey, we could just go to school for the graduation, the ceremonial day, to celebrate. But we don't have to go daily.
Daily, right. My 6-year-old started pre-K all online, and he didn't know any better. He thought, that's what he's going to go to school. He'll still be on the computer. So once you learn, and once it become a part of life, and you know what, that's the way it is. And so, and the other question,
Leon, did you know, before we move on, did you know another disaster in regular traditional schools? What happened? Classes of 45 minutes, okay? An average of 20 students. The actual teaching time is roughly 20 minutes. This is a fact. This is a study. Yes. The actual teaching for attending. Now, how much of the 20 minutes is one-on-one?
None.
None. Okay, you are lucky if you get a minute.
Exactly.
So now, and the breaks between and changing, instructors, breaks and all of that, how much time is wasted versus if you get like the teaching time 2-3 hours a day, you can get much more. And then evidence of that, I'm not making this up, study the Finnish system in Finland. It's the greatest educational system on the planet, on earth. You go there, they go to school less. They speak more languages, they learn more, they finish faster. It's so proper, they're social. Some people think, oh, they're not like, no, they're very, and guess what? No examinations, no bullying, no testing, nothing, no grading. It's all elective. This is what we do in OnPassive. I think Charles is gonna like this one. We're good at giving choices, okay? We're enabling and empowering humanity to be in the driving seat. We're giving them choices, right? So why force and enforce? This is how I view life in general, my outlook completely. I feel that everything is decided for us, designed for us, and structured in a way that we're just like sheep, head down and follow the paved path or the way.
Yes.
We got no word on that. We got no impact, no power, no authority whatsoever. Who said we have to have those degrees in order to provide value, okay, or get a certain score or something?
Exactly.
So all of that is just man-made. Eugene loves that because the only one should decide for us is God. I think you agree on that because the creator is the only one is in charge of me, not another human that set the rule like 1,000 years ago or 500 years ago, centuries ago, and still we follow the same thing. That's insane.
Insane.
You don't know how many books I read. They're still like, why is so old? They're talking about, I don't need this, but you need to go through it in order to pass. And why do you have to pass? I have no idea. Somebody said somewhere along the way that you have to go and get a degree and pass and get this. That's not your value. That's not your value, not a score. I don't like this topic, but I have to do it. So it's a sense of like elective approach by love, not by fear, not you have to, it's by choice, it's optional. And things that come from the heart by choice is so much like creative. Just we talked about Chris Johnson before. Okay, he was following the path like another crowd. Let's see what happened. But when it gets in him, he made a choice. This is getting my passion activated. He will be unstoppable. And everybody is going to be creative.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be creative. And why do we have to sit in a certain way, talk in a certain way, or do that? Trust me, I don't have to tell you that I respect and, we're proper, we have good manners, all of that. I'm not against that, but like class, sit down, you have to take a permission to go and to pee or so. It's insane. It's insane. Eat, not eat, breathe in a certain way, talk in a certain way. So we're crushing people, we're oppressing them and suppressing everything in things they don't like. It's like counseling, okay? Or, it's technically we're focused on things we don't like, or I know I have a problem. So you go to somebody to even chew up more on your problem. That's counts, it doesn't work. You need a leader, you need a guidance, you need inspiration. Electively, they follow you, not a management. Everybody had to be bussed around and managed and told what to do. But it's critical, I have to tell you that. I'm sorry, Leon, but it's important. It's a good thing to know that we have options. Nobody is in charge of you or in control of you just because they pay you or they give you. Like, why they have to make my life miserable to accept me in a certain school, and they take all the money and, hey, who are you? You come to my school. So I'm radical, I'm sorry, but I just
it's okay.
I just
hear the other side is always good. And my one other question is there going to be a tutorial? Because someone asked a question about e-commerce and then Omart. Just a tutorial for everybody, how they all fit
every
together.
corner anywhere is going to be a click of a button. Whatever language you choose, it will be translated in that language. So it will be primarily in English, but it will be with closed caption. All right.
Perfect. That's
So
it.
that's
Thank
why
you.
we're setting up just some countries that you don't know on payroll just for translation.
Okay, thank
you. Dozens of languages. So you're not going to have Google translation. No. So if you are in an Arabic country, Middle East, okay, somewhere, you click in, so that's it. It's like this business has been invented in Arabic, nothing else. And if you're in Vietnam, That's all what you will see.
Yes.
But you click on a icon, it's like a tutorial, everything, everywhere you go. Yeah, of course. Though it is elementary, it is ABC, it is self-explanatory. There's nothing you have to invent, but still that extra, value will give it. Click, video pops, watch, rewind at your pace. You want it, scripted as well. Some places will just have the script too. Was that the question? Just about the tutorial?
Exactly.
Not in all, not in those. In every section, like trim, the dashboard, everything is gonna. We want to make it so interactive, like somebody, a character, is walking you through.
Yes, good. That's perfect.
Did I ever mention OTV or no? Did I?
Oh, but that's a good one.
I never did that, right?
No.
I didn't
But
say it. Close your ears.
But everybody is inspired. When I hear someone say something,
my wife is not happy.
A light bulb goes off and inspires me more. So we inspire each other.
That's how it works, because you have value that I don't have.
Yeah, exactly.
I may have some value that you don't have.
Exactly.
If we bring them together, got a mountain of value. But can you imagine you do that with humanity? Everybody got something.
Exactly.
All right, let's go back to India.
All right, Leon. Sapna, have your hand raised, Sapna.
Yeah, thank you, Julie, and happy Valentine's Day, sir, and to all the members
To you
for
as well.
giving me the opportunity to share this platform with you. I'm from India, sir. Right now it's 5:30 a.m. and waiting for my chance to ask question. And before that, sir, I would like to invite you. I'm a YouTuber, but before that, I'm a proud founder of OnPassive. And this is a message from all over the India to please come on my platform, because there is a language problem. And at the same time, there is time problem too. They miss the chance to hear it from you.
True.
Thank you, sir. It's a promise from your side.
Yes, it's a promise.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. And I know you keep your words now. Sir,
I have to,
because
or nobody will
okay.
feed me.
Okay, then, no, I know, sir. I believe you. I believe in the concept of OnPassive, and I know that you have so much of responsibility on your shoulders, and we are working on parallel basis with you from India.
Thank you.
And now, sir, I have WhatsApp you, I have mailed you, but I didn't get any response from you. That's why.
It's the same thing I get from my wife. I have emailed you, I've texted you. What did you
There
think
is-
about so and so? I said, you never talked to me about
No,
that.
your
I
wife is
text
with you now. Okay, your wife is with you.
Yes, so nobody's
Sir,
happy with me. My sister was just texting me right now, like, I need 2 minutes of your time. Yeah, she's still trying.
Sir, people think you after a god, and
If they know.
yeah, they think that you are next to God. So my question is for the humanity
I'm a
basis,
human
sir.
being, yeah.
I know this question is in the mind of every founder, because there are so much crises in pandemic situations. People lost their jobs, people lost their businesses, people lost so much of their family members, and everything it is disclosed to each and everyone. So it's not the question from India, it's the question from every founder all over the world, or people who believes in the concept of OnPassive or want to come OnPassive. When there is a chance to get a bonus from you. Hello.
Yes,
Sir, is
chance to
there
get a
any
bonus
chance?
as in what?
Yes. Sir, whenever you want to deliver it from a third party or from a wallet or app, we all know and
Well, we're
believe that
going
you
to
can.
business. Yeah, we're going to business. Those who are going to work, they're going to be compensated. Absolutely.
But it takes long time, sir. If you have a hunger, you need food now only. The situation is very critical for
We're not
each and every
stopping
founder.
anybody from anything. The way they're surviving now, do it when the OnPassive option is available. I cannot really tell anybody to stop what they're doing and how they're surviving. OnPassive is not a way to tell you just compromise and sacrifice everything you're doing and come here. How are you surviving? So if anybody's still alive, they're surviving somehow. Continue doing that when the OnPassive option is available. It hits. It will make things better, easier for sure, and much bigger.
Yes, sir, but you are so caring. We know that you take
Sapna?
the IT staff.
Sapna?
Sabna,
Yes.
please allow
If I may,
Robin to
if-
speak.
if I may, from the very beginning, OnPassive has come to us to assist us in the future of how this is going to bring things forward, to help others after we help ourselves. Never at any time has OnPassive ever been discussed as something to replace an income or to feed us or to change us in what we do right now. We have to do what we need to do to continue to earn finances, to live, to take care of ourselves, our families, our communities, if that's where we go. But OnPassive has never, ever said to stop doing what you do to live. And OnPassive has never given a date of launch because it will be done when it is complete. Thank you for your question. I hope you understand the answer. And I hope that all founders will realize that this is going to help everybody all around the world. But this is not a platform or venue to come and ask for handouts. Unfortunately, the world is in a very, very sad place. And people are desperate and people are hurting financially, emotionally, and in the health areas. We come together to help each other through OnPassive. And when OnPassive launches, there will be opportunity to help people further. I hope this helps you, and I hope this helps others who consider coming forward to ask on a public forum like this for financial aid. That is not the purpose of OnPassive.
I go through this, Robin, every day, and it's disturbing in a way that, and I have helped people, like say they paid $97 at some point, okay, or I'm not sure if they did it or somebody helped them in. Let's say somebody I helped with $1,000, and somehow I don't know how it developed to a point where they feel entitled. If their car breaks down, I'm going to have to help, or any pressure or any support they kind of like lean on me. Listen, if I have the ability to give everybody equally, to build a humongous mansion and have all the toys and luxury and all that, guess what? You're going to be shocked. I will not do it.
As you are helping people,
I
have
want
given
to
people the
activate you
opportunity.
to be able to be
Yes.
the one who is in charge, because I can give a few, feed them fish, as you know, or give you a few dinners here and there. But there's no way I could just supply. And what's the taste of life? But somebody that they have no chance, Robin Noble, in Canada, to get a career traditionally, or to get out, unless it's something virtual, something without a lot of restrictions. But when you give them the opportunity not only to survive, but to shine and thrive and show all the qualities they have without limits, the value that she will provide to humanity, and vice versa as well. This is how we're combining energy, power, skill, resources, so we can all benefit. but it bothers me to have the sense of pressure and urgency, do this so we can survive. This is not OnPassive. We're building value and product, but there's an opportunity if you want to sell, if you want to work. Again, as we mentioned previously and yesterday and today, the monetization, the utilization of the products is already going to impact anyone's revenue. So that's one. Two, it's not a giveaway. It's not a charity. But then those who will make a career of OnPassive, that obviously, and maximize all the possibilities, OMart, Academy, okay, anything, or if you have a talent and, ONet, anything. So that's like unmatched, and, it just shouldn't be a realistic. And I'm sorry, Sapna, I don't think I'm talking to you or kind of like relaying to what you said. It just opened the topic. We're talking in general, okay? I'm sure I understand you mean the bonus and, starting that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking in general. It just, like we were talking about when Leon and I exchanged. So sometimes, you remind me of ideas, and I think we all understand what Robin means. In such a way, we should continue what we're doing for survival. When Ash, I'm going to tell you a funny story, okay, Sapna? Are you married?
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. I'm having two sons, and right now they're sleeping, and they're time to get them ready for schools.
How
And
old are they? I have two boys too.
One is in 8th and one is in 4th.
Okay. You mean years or class grades?
Grades, sir, grades.
Oh, okay. So like 10 and what?
One
13?
is in 8th standard. Yeah, one is of 12 years and one is of 9 years.
Okay, 12 and 9. Do you like them?
You like us, like we are
like
your
mine.
family.
And I say I don't have. They were pushed at me. I don't know. Somebody put them in my house and I had to take care of them.
They are blessings, sir. They are blessings. And
But I have
right
to
now,
tell you, don't ever ask your husband, tell people, like if we're having a conversation, how much you love me. I did that mistake, and what a disaster it was. So we were with friends, and I tell my wife, oh yeah, tell them how much you love me. I'm assuming, yeah, she's going to tell them how much she adores me and all of that. Okay.
love yourself, sir. People love starts
And
living.
she said, no. And then I said, honey, explain to people what you just meant. I'm like trying to fix it or clean it up. And have you ever asked somebody to explain what they meant and you regret and you wish you didn't? That turned it into even an uglier situation. She said, no. Now I have no chance to try. I'm just going to give it to her. She said, the first years of our life, I was expecting him to make me happy. And her mindset is as a receiver, as a taker. So she's just, make me happy. She said, the moment I discovered that it's a decision and I can make myself happy, because he would never make me happy. The minute I realized that I am happy and whatever comes from him will add extra happiness and more happiness to my life, she said, that's when I discovered how much I love him. Thank God she saved the day. But look, it is exactly the same scenario with OnPassive.
Absolutely.
It's not by force, but when that love comes, okay, do what you got to do. And when we add, we're going to add happiness to your life.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. And
Now I will not have dinner tonight because I blew it up. Okay.
okay. So I'm inviting you for the breakfast. It's a breakfast time, and if yours is dinner, please come and have it.
Thank
I
you
will
so
cook for
much.
you.
I would love to. My boys will play with your boys and maybe we'll exchange if they're smart.
Very soon, sir. And sir, you have promised me, but tell me the right way to connect you. How can I connect you to invite you in my platform
I am
from
in
my India
America,
community?
downtown.
Chris Johnson will give you the details, Savna.
Sir, yes, sir. I have told Julie, Susie, and all the LC members, but they are so much busy, and they are just showing me, ignoring me, and they are enjoying their holidays and
Are you
weekends.
saying their
And
arrogance?
yeah,
Sapna, please, let's be fair. The people that you have just
Okay.
mentioned work very, very hard. Nobody has ever deliberately ignored another founder.
No way. No, I
I
didn't expect that.
understand your upset. I understand your even anger at what is happening. Ash, if you think we are busy, Ash is 1,000 times busier. So please show the respect to the CEO who is doing
No,
what he does to help all of us. And he will be given the information that you send to Chris Johnson. And if he is able to make it, as he says, he will do his best. With great respect, I know you will understand this. So thank you for his invitation, and he will do what he can. But he is even more busy than the people that you say you have contacted. Thank you for
no,
understanding that.
yeah. With due respect to all the LC members and to us, sir, and
Thank you.
just to make this moment more happier, I'm just adding this. And right now, sir, there is one more question. As you have said that you
Sure.
can go with your businesses, and you know that there are in OnPassive, the people are from MLM platform, so they just want to ask, can they promote OnPassive and some MLM platform from with
You mean the
OnPassive
other
too?
way? We're the vehicle, we're the platform. Can they promote MLM businesses through OnPassive? If that's their business, if they're legal businesses, absolutely, no problem.
Okay, because they have heard about it from their leaders, from their appliance, that if you promote, they have nothing other business without MLM. They are MLM leaders only from the years and years. But from their upline and leaders, they have heard it that if you promote OnPassive and MLM concept, your ID got terminated.
So there are two things here. I think they're referring to cross recruiting, which is that is disturbing. If we are building something else that is not OnPassive, okay, or promoting something else, and then we go after the founders as the crowd, just like all those whether vloggers or negative marketers, okay, the way they do it is because we are such a big crowd, they don't have their own. I call them mooch. Do you know the word mooch? Like a bug?
Yes.
I think some of you know what is it. So they don't have a quality or ability of their own, so they come and piggyback on our success somehow, trying to get there. But there's no way if they do it wrongly, they would achieve their goals. So now, when our leaders are talking about no cross recruiting, they refer of doing that, which is unethical, because we know each other through OnPassive founders. And if I come and distract somebody and mention something else, now we're dividing our power into useless things, especially if what's being offered is questionable, the least to say. And some of them are well-known just gimmicks and really fraudulent. So we don't want to even go that direction. So that is not welcome. That is taking advantage of our hard work and the culture and the community we're building diligently, you know, taking the time and all the investment to that. And somebody just try to, you know, spoil it. They're not necessarily going to damage what we have, but they will cause some disturbance. And that is not welcome. I don't think what Robin or any leader saying, okay, if you have another business that is unrelated to OnPassive, you're not going after the founders, it's working for you, I don't think it bothers them. They would cheer for you. If it's working for you, and if you're not going after our community, our blessing to them. And we want you to be successful. And that is not our business. We're not going to police the world, okay? We're not going to say, if you're an OnPassive, you're not allowed to have any. You can have double citizen with OnPassive, no problem. You can have the whole world citizenship.
Okay. Thank you,
But you
sir. Thank you
cannot
so much.
come on the land of a country and start selling, the questionable things from another place. Keep it separate, and nobody would need to know or have. But if they know, that means you came after the founders, or they. I'm not saying you personally.
Okay, thank you,
So
sir.
you are able to do what you like. It's a free will. We don't dictate anything, as long as you do it ethically and comply by the rule. Okay, we're not against that. MLM is not something that we oppose. It just we're a different structure. We're not MLM. MLM is mostly about recruiting. We have things to sell. In fact, we're going to sell things before we even open to the general public. So we have real brick and mortar business, and we are more generous than any comp plan I've known before. We're dynamic. We could change it every year as long as we improve it or don't downsize it. Okay, so it's nothing like I can tell you this structure 1, 2, 3. It's different. It's not like that. Okay, but being there without paying for the products and having us do the work and the traffic and is not enough entitlement for somebody to expect anything in return.
Mr. Ash, thank you so much. You know, you've done so much for us, right? There's over 1 million of us here, and I don't know why a lot of people, and I'm not saying to any individuals, right? Every single day, many of us hearing things like that. Come on, guys, right? We have so many things ahead of us, right? Don't let your past, your current situation dictate what's going to be in your future. I mean, our future is so big. I wish you could actually see it, because everyone here, and there's hundreds of thousands of founders here, see it. If you couldn't see it, please ask us. I can sit here all day and tell you the values and, come on. Spend your time painting the picture of your future, because it's there. It's so close now, right? You gotta tap in your heart and feel that peacefulness, that hope. Because if you don't do it and you let things around you, things that in your past, your situation, hardship, dictate.
Why we refuse to give dates or timelines? Why? Because it hasn't been done before. We don't know, and we refuse to be pressurized to do things. If you're making so many innovative things, and for the first time, there's no reference to what we do, and how do you really be accurate? Not only that you're making so many things at the same time. We're not building one business. We're building so many businesses and so many phases combined in one. Not only that, we're building the company, meaning recruiting, the policies, the regulations, the registrations, the finance, the funding, and the buildings and offices and the equipments, and it's all happening at the same time. It's unrealistic to come and say, okay, we will get this done in like 30 days or 20 days. If it was a joke, like a tiny program or like one of those, yeah, we could have done that long time ago. What we pay in a day is going to be outpricing what they pay in a lifetime. No joke. Every day. I mean, for God's sake, today I'm paying 3.5 million rupees just to India, GST. Indian people, speak up, convert that, okay? We paid tens of millions just in taxes. We haven't even made a sale. So we pay a high price to do that, and then the last thing is we want somebody, are you done yet? No, I'm not going to finish a quick job. I'm going to do it right, and when it's done, it's done. So somebody thought, oh, are you saying we're going to be in June and it's done? You know what? June 2030. None of your business, okay? And for those who say, oh, it's not launching, none of your business. Are you trying to save anybody complaining to you? Like, you know, you hear them? It's not going to, is it? Okay. Yeah, we don't want to launch. Not tomorrow, not after tomorrow. And not in 30 years. Take it and cast it. Okay? None of your business. Leave us alone. Get a life.
Let me say this, Ash. As you know, I'm driving back home with my son, and I'm listening to the conversation. You know, and
were you listening the whole time, Michael, or did you drop off?
No, the whole time I'm listening, right?
Okay.
And you know, it breaks my heart sometimes when I hear certain things said, because I know how much work we, as the so-called leaders, put into this business, you know, in helping people, right? We also have a life, but yet we're still there around the clock, trying to assist founders, you know, and I think it's important. We're not getting paid to do it, right? And I think it's important that founders understand that we go above and beyond, you know, around the clock, right? You know, Marty's on a webinar over there, so and Julie's on another webinar, Chris is on a webinar, and so like everyone, people are doing so much. This one is inviting, oh, can you come do an interview? Oh, can you come on my webinar? Can you this, can you that? And we try our best to accommodate as much as possible, right? And so when I hear certain things that really, you know, kind of stick me in such a way that I'm like, really? Right? And I know personally, again, I'm not gonna do a personal attack, but I know that people have reached out and we have responded to them and we've assisted them. So not because some other founder, some other leader, you know, is unable to assist you at this time, but you've been assisted, right? So, you know, let's be fair and understand that we're all in this thing together. We're all trying to help each other. We're all trying our best. And if our best isn't good enough, well, it just isn't good enough. But the point is, we're all in this together. So let's work together and keep it positive at all times, irrespective of what you may be going through, irrespective of your feelings. Understand that every single person that's in OnPassive, okay, that you see their face, that you see them on panelists and so on, they're doing their best, okay? Sure. The ones that you see all the time, they are doing their best, okay? And they love OnPassive, and this is what their focal point is. Yes, stuff comes at them, but they're still focused on OnPassive, okay? And with that type of attitude, we're going to win, folks. We're going to win. And the last thing I'll say is this, right? Just think about your life. Just think about people who've worked 10 years, 20 years, you know, 40 years, some folks that are in OnPassive, right? They've done that over and over again, 40 hours a week, 50 hours, 60 hours a week. And they're doing that year after year after year. And you have an opportunity to be involved in a business, whether it takes 4 years, 5 years, doesn't matter, because that business is going to set you up for life, not for 2 years and disappear, not 30 days and disappear, but it's going to set you up for life. So what's the rush?
Michael, do you think this analogy would make sense? Like if somebody, you're making a surgery for somebody, like a very heart-threatening, life-threatening medical condition, and you got to fix it, got to go through a surgery. So it has to be done right. There's no shortcut. You cannot wake up in the middle of the operation and say, wrap it up, I need to go. Right? Unless you want to die. So this is the severity, the sensitivity, and the security, and all measures of OnPassive. I'm not talking about a human body life, but the business life. I cannot cut in the middle of the operation and go because we have to make a cup of coffee or something. Take something minor. The existence of the business is not going to work. You gotta do it right.
But the company's doing all the heavy lifting, Ash. Right? As you just went through that talk about the domain name and hosting and so on, right? Like
you heard that?
Just think of what the company's doing, right? But just think of what the company's doing, Ash. Right? This is what people have to get their mind wrapped around.
One thing at the door. You get that sample.
Yeah. But that is a lot though, Ash. Come on. Most people they can't find traffic if their life depend on it. They can't find it. Right? And yet that is a huge thing. You know how many marketers
they're able to get a website and host it and put a design and all
and
that.
they still can't get the traffic. And without the traffic, you wasted your time. You wasted your time. I see people doing marketing and I'm looking at something like, seriously, this is what you're marketing, and this is how you're going about market. Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
I get people emailing me, Ash, and they forget to even do BCC, right? And so you get all these email addresses exposed, and yet they're supposed to be a marketer. Like, give me a break. Right? It's just amazing what people do, and yet here it is. This is being handed to them, and all they have to do is be patient. That's it. Just be patient. Continue your life, right? Like you and I had a conversation the other day, and I said, yeah, I'm continuing my life as if OnPassive didn't exist, right? From a financial standpoint, right? You just got to do what you got to do until such time, right? OnPassive did not put you in the situation that you find yourself in right now. OnPassive didn't put you in there, but guess what? The great thing is that it is possible that OnPassive can get you out in the long run, right? In the long run. But people have to understand that this is a real business.
It's the ultimate. I mean,
like, come on.
How can you even go beyond OnPassive? It's the ultimate. So because of that, there's no shortcut. Yeah, I agree with you. I had to do some house cleaning before we go. A couple of things I forgot to tell you. We, as of Saturday, we completed white listing all the 1.2 million founders, every active founder, okay? Now, and I'm gonna explain that. I don't expect you to do technical terms. I think Robin is gonna like it too. Chris is gonna like it too. Marty DeGarmo. Look, email that we send is the same flow and the same mechanism that we send it to everybody. Some people were not getting email address, whether OTP, the one-time password, or the announcements or any email going out from the company or preset and all of that. It happens for a couple of reasons. Let's begin with a mild one. So if you receive, for the first time you receive the email, you have just something that is not friendly for what we send. And as a new contact, it's a stranger to your email provider. If it's a private domain name, okay, and then it's either got bounced back, okay, it's called soft bounce for a reason. Your inbox is full, or it filtered the content, or unknown contact that is not added to your address book. Okay, so for those reasons, or it came to the spam folder, to the trash, whatever it is, okay, junk folder, and then you just didn't see it the second time, third time. So if the problem persists, mostly it's going to be 2-3 attempts before the mailing server decides that is a permanent hard bounce. There's a soft bounce. It's temporary. It could be fixed. But if no action is taken, to whitelist it or to mark, like, help at ofounders.com or whatever the sending email. If I don't say yes, I know it, and move it to the inbox folder, say 2 to 3 times, is going to permanently reject it and consider this is not a valid email. So there's a number of that. There's a number of emails where when we did the transfer button and feature, they did not verify the email. So they didn't get an email, just like we did the email, so they just have an activated account, right? That's one. Another thing is, like, they changed the email address, but never verified the email. So for reasons, and believe it or not, you're not going to believe if I tell you thousands have clicked unsubscribed. Not 2, not 3. So I will take it as a language barrier, definitely. So somebody just clicking, or maybe their fingers somehow like touching everything and molding and pressing everything, and accidentally clicked on the unsubscribe. So they're not going to unsubscribe from OnPassive as a refund, and it's the account terminated and closed. It's just going to, from the mailing system, they opt out. So we have, add them up, we're talking about tens of thousands of email accounts are not being received. So we did it to a point where we were just like manually, okay, Chris Johnson would say, please white label this account. We go ahead and do it. We go, this is a valid, they change their mind, they want to receive, whatever the reason, we fix it. So we did it to a point, but last week or so, I was having a conversation with my brother, Marty DeCarmo. And I said, do you like us to whitelist everything? That would be amazing. I said, okay, on it. So it was not as easy or fast, so we took the time to do it. But as of Saturday, every single account, like you signed up and you verified the email, we're going to assume you didn't unsubscribe unless you choose to. So we should have a better delivery now, okay? If not perfected, it will always drop down. But we did it. It doesn't mean we're going to continue doing it. It's a process. It's not easy, okay? It's a process. And we cannot do it moving forward. So be aware not to click on the unsubscribe. Be aware to look in the spam folder until you don't see us in the spam or junk, which is unlikely. Make sure, if you can take the time and go in your inbox and click add to your contacts or something, so it becomes unknown. In fact, if it's a Gmail or something, it will become with a golden mark, okay, like highlighted as an important message because you choose it. And if you don't open the email for a few times, some emails will just try trashing it without your permission. So for so many variables and reasons, it's not possible to have a perfect email delivery, because there's a big part of the process depends on you and how you manage your email and the messages that you receive from us. So we ask the leaders to kind of help explain and make people aware to look for the messages, anything that has to do with OnPassive, OFounders, or any of our products. Try to white label it, make it there. Never, never, never pay money if somebody's like using our name to ask you for money or crypto or join something. We don't do that, okay? So no upfront. That it's only legit if we're just giving you information about OnPassive. Everything is in your account, private area, securely, but none of it will pitch you to something else. That's not going to happen, okay? So, and the only thing, so don't think it's a marketing. The only thing we will email or send you is things related to an event, to your accounts, update, things like that, okay? Access.
Mr. Ash, can I suggest something in regarding to the email?
Good luck with you recapping that, Peter. How are you
No,
going to
you know how the unsubscribe buttons, which all the leaders here, we know we all received that they unsubscribe by mistake because of language barriers, what have you. Is it possible, which I see a lot of marketers do, they put a lot of like the body of the email, and then they put a lot of space. They have to scroll down quite a bit, and instead of being attached to the email, if we can do that when we send out companies email, that would help. That's one thing. The second thing,
believe it or not, go ahead.
The second thing, if we can add a button somewhere in our website to resubscribe to the email.
Good idea.
So we do it manually by the person.
Possible. Yes. Or whitelist. Yeah, we definitely want to do it maybe on the login page. But we have to check if that is an actual account and validate. So we'll do a validation process. Okay. Or resubscribe or something. Okay. Hopefully they're not going to test it. Okay. Everybody would unsubscribe tomorrow, and we get stuck. We don't solve it, and everybody is.
I know Ash said this, but I want to emphasize: if you find an email from founders in your spam or wherever, don't just move it. Say this is not spam. Once you do that, it'll never go to spam again. Never ever. That's whitelisting on our side. So if they can whitelist, so can we. Don't just move it. Make sure you tell your email, hey, this is not spam. Because I know people have moved and didn't do that. Anyway, that's all I got. That's my 2 cents.
I've got one.
Oh, that's $1. Yeah.
I got one account that I get the OTP, but I didn't get the announcement. But that's just one. I mean, and I never unsubscribe or anything.
Yeah, I mean, we understand the language barrier is something people are non-savvy, or confused, or somebody opened an account for somebody, or not sure which email, and yeah, I mean, things happen, errors. But back to the space, yeah, that's an old trick, Peter. Okay, very old. I've done it before, but email providers are way more intelligent nowadays. Anything that is repeated and you have a threshold, any character, space is a character, highlighted, bolded, repeated, emphasized, all kind of filtering. Okay, so
not to click
it will make it worse. Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah. So yeah, no, this stuff. So if everybody does what we just discussed, we will get 100% delivery. It will not happen, I'm expecting, but close to that, it will be better. But if somebody is not going to repeat it, not going to receive mail, now they know it's something to do with their site, because everybody should be whitelisted. This is not a generic bulk mail. This is, white labeled green email. So it has to get better, but I hope we can keep it, sustain that.
It's absolutely good.
Oh, what else we want to say? As of tomorrow, we're going to have O leaders, okay? O leaders will be combined with update. So at the top, right now you have after dashboard, you have O mail. Starting tomorrow, I don't know why I say tomorrow again. Okay. From now on, okay. What if something, somebody would wake up pregnant tomorrow and just decide not going to come to work? So it happened. Okay. So from now on, any moment after today, we're going to go to the back office. We're not going to see announcements, and we're not going to see leadership council. We're going to see updates. But O leaders would be moved under updates. O leaders stands for what traditionally we've known it as leadership council, but it will be more organized now, as we will do this with the leaders. We don't need a big crowd to be posting there. We want to be in coordination with the company. What is posted, and there will be updates by the company, myself, and O leaders. All right. So it's that simple. You see how we like to simplify it? Okay. So we're combining many pages in one, and it will be more meaningful. So it's not announcements, it's updates. If you don't like the name, we'll improve. Remember last time, I think last Monday I said, what do you suggest the name instead of announcements? Nobody gave me a suggestion. I had to think a little deeper, and say we call it updates. We've had updates before. So we're gonna have a blank, fresh O leaders, board, company, everything will be blank. Moving forward, we would have fresh content. That would be like February and on, okay?
In 2
Pass this
hours?
test.
In 2 hours?
2 hours and 3 minutes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. What else? The O network. I'm having discussion with myself or Ash brain to decide. I'm having some better ideas. You know, we're gonna flush it out. We're gonna clean it, but I'm also having more input that is helpful to see what would be the best reopen, reset way for it. But let's do it one step at a time. Once we do the leadership council, and then webinars, and then O network, and then we're going to be cleaning all the links and have new content as well, new pages. So everything is just on the right track. What else? How can I help you? What else can I do? We have Michael Williams' son here.
Ash, Gursminder here.
Hello, Gusman.
Yeah. So still, I think a few of our founders, their emails have not been changed. So they are facing a lot of problem in logging. So if we can check out with our support department,
Absolutely.
whatever is left out, and we can do that.
You send them to me, I'll make it happen.
Okay, sir.
$5 a piece.
Okay. Thank you.
I gotta make my lunch tomorrow.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mr. Ash. Susie is back. I have to go get my daughter.
All right. We are out of here. No.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have back again at 9 o'clock, but thank you so much for being here. Just before I go, I like to ask the question to everyone. Try to put a $97 in your bank saving account and see the value that you receive from there. 97 passive.
You get a jar of pickles after a year.
Yeah, got so much more return. So
After a year, you'd have $85 in the bank.
yeah.
Julie, I can put $97 every Monday here. So much information, right?
Beautiful.
See
Beautiful.
an hour, but thank you, Mr. Ash.
Activating brains, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Thank you very much, Ash.
Ash, I just got an email from somebody, some of the founder, saying that it's 7:30 p.m. there. Please allow Mr. Ash to go with Mrs. Ash because it's Valentine's Day.
I'm going to be in trouble. Yeah. And don't take it that way. Susie knows we're not like that. Okay. We
No. Are you
we're
going to
easy.
go for some lobster rolls at Mufareh?
No, not today. We have delivery.
Something good?
Greek, of course.
Oh,
It's
there you
yesterday's
go.
food. That's how good it is. We're repeating that. Refill.
Mm.
Yeah,
All right.
because yeah, school start early or the classes, so we cannot be out now.
Well, I'm sure it'll be delicious, whatever you choose. You have good
Healthy.
taste, Ash, with food. Yes.
Yeah. So I think we know the best for sure. I can take you a tour in Boston.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
I hope so. That would be fun.
Yes.
But make no mistake, those two coffee shops are a must every day.
Oh, I can't stop
And
thinking
you
of
can't
that.
even touch the surface of what they have.
No, that
Healthy,
turmeric
delicious,
latte.
unique.
Oh, it was all delicious. I'm still thinking about, I'm dreaming still.
He's not going back to Florida, folks. I think he's
No.
found a new home in
No,
Boston.
every time we say, okay, we're checking out, they make things up for us. They don't want us to leave. Oh my God. They bring us, they're delivering fruit to us. They're like toys, anything, just bait.
I'm just mailing your Christmas card right to Boston, Ash, right now, because I
It
know
looks like
I don't
it.
think you're going anywhere, man.
No, I have to go. There's an event next week. I don't know. We'll see. With the doctors in Clearwater, in Florida. The university we're talking about, yeah.
So you're flying there and coming back to Boston, right?
I don't know. How am I going to do it? Like,
Airplane? An
rush
airplane?
there, just, I don't know, ship the car, do something, yeah.
Is your wife still going to the library every day?
Is that a cabin in an airplane connecting audio?
I
Looks
think
like
it's
Red is
I
there.
think it's Julie getting in her car.
That's a car? I thought
Has
it's
your
an
wife been
airplane.
going? Has your wife been going to the library?
Every day, yeah, we live there.
Good.
Every
good.
day to the garden, you know, the common.
Yeah, the Boston Common.
Every
yeah.
day. They love the snow. They're used to it. Play soccer every day.
Good. Good. Glad you're
Pigeons, they're
enjoying
making
it.
friends.
The pigeons.
Yeah, and they feed the squirrels too every day. They're so chubby and fat. Like that's how this spoiled they are.
Chunky.
No, it's a blessing. I mean, it's for a reason. I didn't know why, but we love it.
Good.
You never thought it would be January. We came at the end of December and in February.
Well, have a cup of that Guatemalan coffee.
Oh man, they still don't have it. It's out of stock. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Susie, he only spent 5 days in Detroit. What does that tell you? he came in so fast. He never even unlocked the car. He just jumped in, said, hey, and kept right on going.
And it was everything happens like almost the opposite. Like we thought Chicago, I don't know how we can stand 2 days there. Okay. We stayed there 3 weeks. Michigan, we said, oh, it's home. It's shawarma paradise. And nope. It was not as promoted.
You got out of there with all 4 wheels. You were doing great, man.
And we didn't think we can tolerate, you know, snow and cold in Boston like this. No, I thought this would be just a quick 2-3 days.
Oh, there you
But
are.
there were 3 weeks that just didn't count. It was brutal. Short days, now much better. And we're getting to know it.
And you have a nice health club there too, right there.
Oh yeah, I mean, for those who use it, yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
massive.
great.
No, very good attitude. I love it. I love the culture. Very dynamic, creative. I mean, people in Boston, they just, I'll try to show you. They're creative in every way. Like, you know, the people in the street, the way they put their sign is so creative. Like, I'm looking for a date in Valentine. Basically, they need some budget for that. Okay. Or, so, like you step back, like, what do you mean? But there was this guy a couple of nights ago.
If you keep going, Ash, you're never gonna leave. Okay, so we need to just press the button.
Yeah,
and force you. And I know we don't force people in OnPassive, but we need to force you to leave because you're not going.
And you need
Oh, we have
to.
something more important, Michael. Okay, so where is this? Okay. Maybe eating tacos wasn't cheating on my diet. Maybe going on a diet was cheating on my tacos. I have to share that with you. It's just so amazing. Tacos are like a hug in a tortilla. Where's tacos? Yes, you maybe. In tacos we trust. That's one place. So if a taco shop is like that creative, isn't it this insane? Now, this guy blew my mind. How much he was collecting money. Try to read it. Why is this not working? Too much light. You read it now?
Hard to read.
You see him, this guy here?
My ex-wife
Had
a letter.
a better lawyer. Now this guy had lines of people walking, for real, bro, they come back, yeah. So he put the effort, is what you say, same words, but it's not like just, give me money. Okay, no, very creative, intelligently, and it makes you like, okay, you cannot avoid appreciating. Remember the name of thinking cup is like you almost feel guilty if you don't go
Right.
get a cup there. It's like, what am I, dumb? No, I'm gonna be thinking. I know how to think. I'm gonna have my coffee in my thinking cup. I'm not gonna go to Starbucks. What is that? Or
I know, Ash, I shared that with the founders. I did a video about Boston. I said, you were like the thinking cup. Here's someone creative. How could you not want to go in there? And then you said in Florida, it would be like the Gator Cup.
That's so true.
Something like that.
That is true. Bug me. Don't be pushed around by fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Write that down.
I got it. Yes, do me a favor, Ash.
Good night.
Yes.
Can go enjoy my Greek food. I'm sure it's already frozen.
Happy
I
Valentine's
am the host.
Day.
I'm about to end this meeting.
Happy
All right.
Valentine's
Guys,
Day.
enjoy your Valentine's
Happy
Day.
4th of July. That's when I'm going to
Have a
see you
good
next
night.
time. Just
Don't
in case.
say that. Don't
See you
say
June
that.
30th. See you
Oh my God.
Okay, leave it Labor Day,
All right.
September.
See you all soon.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Take care.